Natasha.
So she ran to the bedroom, she was put down, it was her doom. You okay, so you okay, are you okay, Eddie? You okay, so Eddie, you okay, are you okay, Eddie? You okay, so Eddie, you okay, are you okay, Eddie? You okay, so Eddie, you okay, are you okay, Eddie? Eddie, you okay, when you dance, that's you okay. At the time of the window, then it's not you, I can see you, Eddie. Take it to your heart, to the blessings, I'm a confident.
Hello, welcome again. Some of you, we were hanging out this morning with Bad Shit. Good to see you again, Groovers. Just say a little greeting to everyone. Now, Emily, we know you might disappear. That's perfectly fine. I wasn't even expecting after our chat for you to have any screen time. So it's lovely to have you here, but there won't be tears when you go. I mean, there will, but don't feel guilty about it. I also saw the lovely Mel Mac arriving. How are you? Woo-hoo, yay. Yep, we're ready to... Oh, Sunny's getting into a little igloo. Right before Biscuit died, my sister gave Biscuit this little igloo for Christmas, and she died in February. And Biscuit was just starting to love it. And when I got Sunny, I was like, I hope she loves the igloo. And she's just hopped in there. Beautiful girl. It's under a chair, so it's all secure and safe for her. She's loving it. She did the little make a pudding before she hopped in, bless. Okay, who else is rolling in? Francesca, hello, gorgeous. Cement shoes, the notification worked. Yes. Casper. Yeah, I just shoved some Vegemite toast in my face. I was eating some lunch, early-ish lunch, or I was just eating some toast, actually. And then my sister called because we've got a family birthday on the weekend, and we try to organise our family to all agree on a time and a place. It's like organising a piss-up in a brewery. Bloody nightmare. But enjoy your lunch, Casper. Bristol, hello. Hopefully Natasha Cooper won't put you off too much, although the thumbnail alone would put people off eating, I think. You're proud of my screenshotting. Cement shoes, g'day. Cody's back. You're watching while eating Jats, crackers, and French onion dip. Oh, what a fantastic combo that is. Oh, yeah. Yeah, baby. Nice work, Cody. You don't know me at all. Hello. Hi, Joman. More Tory delirium. Well, there could be. You know me too well. Yeah, she's got a little igloo. Lovely to see everyone rolling in. Bristol. Did I say hello to Bristol? Wait a minute. Hi. I think I did. And hello to anyone else who arrives. This popped up in your recommendations while you were watching a video about transgender ideology. Well, yeah, blame Finn for that. I always blame Finn for everything. Although I did play that classic Monty Python clip in Batshit this morning. So it's time for us to talk about Natasha Cooper, because the whole Zav Girl thing, she's not the only one. Natasha is too. But the truth of the matter is I'm too much of a softie to take on both of them at the same time. I had every intention of doing Natasha, not doing her, Jesus, covering her and her coverage of, well, not her coverage, her explanation for also exploiting Gannon Stauch and Stalk, sorry, and I wanted to do it at a time where I was in the right head frame, and right now is it, I think, even though I can't speak, but that's all right. I'm going to be reacting. Well, hopefully there will be some comedy and some dark shiz faux show. I'll do my best. So one thing we try to do on this channel is, true crime is a tough genre. There's no doubt about it. And I think my skill is finding ways to laugh without making fun of what we're talking about. So I like your name, and 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my God, that's awesome. And yeah, I'm definitely never going to do her, especially after seeing the scratch and sniff video last night for the first time in my life. So Natasha is another true crime creator who is notorious for being horrible. And not surprisingly, Joe, she's also caught up in this situation that has our community fired up, which is Zav Girl obtaining autopsy photos regarding, and crime scene photos regarding the brutal murder of an 11-year-old boy by his stepmother. This creator, as far as I know, didn't actually purchase the same packet of documents from the court, but instead, from what I can tell, I don't have proof of it, but she definitely doesn't talk about buying it and trying to recoup the purchase price. Probably pinched it. And last night in chat, someone mentioned that the story around the YouTube's tracks is that she got one of her mods to pay $3 to go into Zav Girl's Patreon and steal the documents. So salubrious bullshit. I try to. That's what we want to do on this channel. And I think it's just a case of being a decent person that allows us to have fun and still cover grim topics. What I'm basically going to do, though, is get on with it. I'm going to start reacting. It's really nice to have you here. 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to react to her video that she has put up responding. My, in capital letters, response, Regan and Stouch crime scene photos. Stouch, I keep saying Stouch. She is a grifter. That's a good word for her. My, in capital letters, because, you know, very narcissistic. Joman, were you in the chat last night when I was playing the parody that Mel and I did of two creators? Natasha is the one that was played by Mel. But really nice to have you here, and 5, 6, 7, 8. And obviously, you know, a few of the groovers in here. Hopefully you'll stick around and come back, because we've got a really lovely community here. And one of the things that I really love about it is we're small but mighty. I like us being a bit off the radar. I really do. I'm not out there flogging this channel all over the shop to build it, because I want it to stay like it is. I don't mind if it grows a little bit, but I want it to stay like this little safe haven. I mean, nothing's safe on the internet, don't get me wrong, I know that. But like this little place where we can all hang out, because everyone in here's got such big hearts and great senses of humor. And also everyone gives a shit about each other in here. Like it's small enough that everyone kind of knows everyone. And yet we can still observe what's going on YouTube and talk about it and talk about cases and do all sorts of great things. We do cooking. I show off this beautiful island where I live. And it's just a really lovely place. Hasn't been corrupted yet. And then Veruca walks in. No, I'm kidding, Veruca. How are you, gorgeous? I was going to say that whoever came in next. Aussie Tad. Oh, you checked the video. The parody was spot on. I know. How good is Mel? Yes, it is a quaint little title. My response to the ones trying to crucify me about Gannon's crime scene pictures. Now, just before we get into it, I want everyone to know, trigger warning, if you're expecting some accountability, you're not going to hear any. Yeah, trying to. I think they're actually succeeding, to be honest. Oh, you're in Canada. That's awesome. You've been watching me forever. Well, I love your name. I now just want to get up and dance. And 5, 6, 7, 8. Woo! All right. So we're going to react. I do want to say that I have watched this already. And the only interesting takeaway I had while my brain was in the Zav Girl zone that I did find interesting is that she essentially does verify that photos required cropping and things weren't blurred. So for all of the people crapping on about whether they're blurred or not or whatever else, I don't know, take it straight from the horse's mouth, right? Although she's not really a horse, is she? If we end up, we're still in the mood later, I might put someone who is more like a horse on and we'll have a little reaction to them as well. Pretty close to tie-dye though, isn't it? Yeah, I love bantering with Melma. She's fun. All right, so without further ado, I'm going to speed this up too because I'll play it at her speed for a little while and you'll see why I'm speeding it up. If I play it at her speed, we're going to be here for 38 days. I mean, this thing goes for an hour. It'll be sped up. She takes a while to actually start talking. Why is there no volume yet? Wait, I want to see her funky intro. She's all about the victims, right? Let me get my headphones sorted as well. Strap yourselves in. How's the music? And 5, 6, 7, 8. Wowzers. I like that little reverse fart noise at the end. How appropriate. Well, that was actually quite funky. I mean, what a shame that everything it said, like the most reliable source for true crime stories. It's unfortunate that there were blatant lies in there, but I kind of liked it. I mean, I liked the music. I didn't feel comfortable that I was bopping to photos of murder victims and murderers. Whew. But that was probably the highlight so far. A few more people have rolled on in. I just want to say good day to you. Soulmate, hello. Shanna. Hi. Don't worry, we'll be speeding it up a bit. She's going to be sounding like a chipmunk. Oh, you'll need a sick. In fact, you'll need a slab. Terrible intro. Yeah, the tune on it did sound like it was out of a bad 70s porn movie. It was sort of like I thought it was more like a car chase, to be honest. But you guys are all perverts. It is. This is her 35th channel from ban evading for over a year now. She was taken off YouTube. Here she is, channel 35. And she's not even fussed if she loses this one because she'll just create another one. But I know, Cement and Shanna sitting in a tree. Common interest. Bonding happening in chat. All right. Let's see what Natasha Cooper has to say about this. Brace yourselves. Let's talk about it. We are. There's more. It's my southern sass. Is that her in that photo when she was like 14? I've got to say, she's actually got quite attractive features. Like, she probably could have looked like that back in the day. I'm trying to find some nice things to say before I rip her a new one. What do they say when you're delivering shitty news? It's like a sandwich. Compliment, shitty news, compliment. She got hers at the start. I like that music. Not remotely regarding what it was used for. And, yeah, she could have looked like that. But when your soul is black, doesn't matter how good your looks are. Wait, we've got a song now? No, you're not. I'm not getting a strike. Is that to make people like me get struck? Is there another song?
And I rise up, I rise.
What the freak? Oh, that's that Rise Up one that is impossible to sing along to. She rises up. So right, what's this sad music for? Is that so people start feeling sorry for her or the victims? Is it to make everyone get all emotional and like Natasha's? It's sad. There was sad music, 2 sad songs at the start, and here we go. Are we all ready for this? Joey Wilson, hello. The tampon Cooper, disposable, reinsert channel when necessary. Well, I'm just going to do this one, Joe, because this is the one I had commentary on. I'm getting critiqued, really? Like, okay, I'll do the new one. Right. My final statement, well, an hour and a half, even longer. I had stuff to say about the other one. Maybe I'll do that another day. I don't want to upset the chat. I like the other one because she had a camera on too. But anyway, apparently it's not the newest, so I'm old news. Now I can't work out where it starts because it's just her fucking avatar. No, I can't find the new one. Way to kill the mood, Joe. Thanks. Oh my God, this is doing my head in. I can't play that little song. All right, let's see if this is the start. Okay. Well, no, because she came in lecturing me and saying I'm doing the wrong one. Yeah, I'm kind of not in the mood now. But anyway, we're doing the new one. Let me just have a breather and I'll get my head back into the right space. Here we go.
As long as they're respectful, they're fine. So if somebody needs to be timed out, either Debbie or myself will do it. Y'all know I watch my chat and I can watch my chat and talk. I don't need anybody.
I must admit, it is way more fun to react to people when they're cammed up. We're literally just going to be looking at an avatar for the next hour. Sorry about that, guys.
To do that. So, with that being said, everybody is welcome as long as they're respectful. And wow. So with that being said, I'm
going to have to speed this up. This is torture.
And also give zero attention to any trolls because I know we're going to have them. So just ignore them because I'm going to. They're going to be blocked immediately by me, just like that one. And then.
So you haven't seen the other one either, him and all. That's the thing. I think it was more. Well, part of the reason I wanted to play the other one was because she verifies that photos required cropping, which ended a massive argument that's been going on YouTube for days about what and what wasn't visible. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't make any difference. What Zav did was shit and what Natasha did was shit. But the fact that someone who has actually looked at the documents and the photos explains how she cropped things to cut out genitals and so on indicates to me that, you know, it kind of ends that argument, really, if it matters to people. It is so ghoulish, Mike. I agree. Good to have you here, mate. Question: if you were an attorney for a YouTuber in this public relation disaster, what would you advise your client to do? I would have advised Zav on the weekend to issue an apology and to get the fuck off YouTube. In a nutshell. But she wouldn't have taken my advice. I would have sacked her as a client. I'd really struggle with a client like her, to be honest. If someone came in, because it's so hard to get rid of clients unless they don't take your advice or you have a conflict of interest or they want you to run a not guilty trial after telling you they're guilty. That's pretty much it. But yeah, if she walked into my office, I'd be finding every opportunity to get rid of her as soon as I possibly could. And the glory of someone being that arrogant is that she wouldn't take my advice, and it would give me an opportunity to say bye-bye. Double time, we might have to. But I'm actually, yeah, and that's the thing, that was what I found really interesting about the first one. Yeah, the family's got a GoFundMe too, Francesca. Oh, you're from the US, you love Australian accents? I think I think we all sound like bogans. Rough as guts. You want to marry me? Wow, I've just got my first YouTube proposal. I didn't see you bashing your ex, Joman, but you're in a community that gives a shit about you, so you're allowed to talk about whatever you want. You never have to apologize or feel regret. And she might be a very nice person, but sometimes we just got to, you know, get the things off our chest. Thank you for subscribing and hitting the like, Mike. No 5-year veteran of true crime can be ignorant of the presence of those who like pictures of kids. Absolutely. She was banned. She doesn't have a leg to stand on, but when you're attached to a recliner, who cares? Who needs legs? Oh, you love me. Mike, look at Mike gushing. We're getting married. Yeah, she keeps coming back. If only she'd shown some iota of remorse publicly, it would have gone miles to heal the community. I agree. It definitely would have helped with the healing side of it. Hi, business. And that's the thing too. A lot of people are they're being very critical of Zav for her apparent lack of empathy and compassion is because she doesn't have kids, and that bugs me because I don't, and I reckon I'm overflowing in those qualities. So I know, unfortunately, I have worked in an industry, criminal law, where I've dealt with people that have hurt children, and I'm very affected by it. You either have empathy or you don't. You don't have to have given birth. And I also find it a bit insulting, but people who've adopted children are parents as well. And I kind of think it's pretty harmful to say if someone hasn't given birth to a child, they don't get it. Because I think adoptive parents do. And I think in some instances even more so because they desperately wanted the children they get. We'll have you. We'll have you here, Mike. Yeah, you don't have to have kids to be affected by this. Exactly. You have to have empathy and morals to be affected by this. So I'm not really a fan of the people that say that. Mind you, when people slam Bullhorn Betty for crapping on about being parents and parenting and doesn't have kids, I have issues with that sort of thing. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put the other one on because a couple of people in here haven't seen it. I'm not really interested in reacting to an avatar, I'm sorry. You guys can all check out her final statement. I don't think it's going to be any better than the previous one that we are going to look at, because I mean, she didn't accept accountability for anything. And if you guys are that interested in her, you can have a listen to it. Hi, Madelirium, good to see you. But the other one, why it was interesting to me and thought worth reacting to, was just that stuff about the photos, but also she's cammed up, and I just think it visually is a little bit more. You caught alive, yay! It's just a bit more interesting for everyone, and I can, you know, if I'm running out of one-liners, I can make fun of her. Just like anyone can make fun of me. I mean, I came up knowing that people can screenshot me looking terrible, and I've got more chins than the Chinese phone book. So, you know, it's going to happen to me one day too, I'm sure. That's a risk you take. Yeah, there's a bit of a debate about whether or not there's a brain in the mix. Sorry, Joe, you've been overruled. It's a sensitive thing like this. For me to cover this sort of stuff, like I'm a softie anyway, so I've got to kind of like psych myself up to do it. And I'm just, sorry, Joe, if I probably, without any kind of tone in what you'd said, but it just felt like I was being berated for not doing the right thing. That's just where I go when I'm in this soft, vulnerable mental state. So anyway, I should stick to my convictions. Well, not my convictions, stick to my plans. I'll stick to my convictions too when that's a relevant thing to be doing. All right, let's get this ball rolling.
Wherever you are, hello, and thank you for being here.
Well, I mean, to be fair about the grey hair, there's people in my family that went grey in their 30s. So, and I'm letting my greys emerge naturally, but mind you, I'm pushing 60. So, but yeah, but I think it's always been like that to me. I never saw her when she had brown hair. I've seen her with brown hair in her mugshot. But anyway, let's let this roll. I'll speed her up a bit. Oh, she is sped up. Jesus. All right, we'll speed her up a bit more.
So I woke up. Well, actually, I was awakened this morning. Hannah came in to my bedroom and woke me up and said that Gentleman Jack needed me to get up with her. And so,
careful, I'm close to 60. Don't say she looks 60. I nearly will be. Mike, the day we got married was the best day of my life. You don't know what colour your hair is, you lost it. All right, she was selling her mugshots. Wow. Oh, you're like you're my toy boy. Don't call me a cougar though. You went after me first, Mike.
Apparently, I can't see.
This is her sped up to, what was it? 1.5.
Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and tell the mods zero tolerance for stupidity and
read between the lines. Whoa! Shit. No. Zero tolerance for people who disagree with me, who are calling out my repulsive behaviour. God, now we're back here again. Jesus. All right. Whew. Tori. Breathing yellow. Breathe out red. Here we go, everybody. Good heavens.
Well, where do I even begin? So I woke up. Well, actually, I was awakened this morning. Hannah came in to my bedroom and
Hannah's her daughter.
Woke me up and said that Gentleman Jack needed me to get up with her. And so apparently I can't see somebody.
Glad she has got a new recliner, because that
I'm just going to go ahead and tell the mods.
Health hazard.
Zero tolerance for stupidity. And
people calling you out.
Just block them.
Just block them. Yep, that's right. Let's not have a discussion.
That's where I'm at. So you are more than welcome to be in this chat, I'm streaming to both of my YouTube channels and I'm streaming to Facebook.
Oh,
And
lucky
anybody
Facebook.
is welcome as long as you're respectful. If you're not, you're going to be gone.
But the thing is, people are respectful in your chat and pointing out something that you don't agree with and they still get blocked. Like, you've got zero tolerance for anything that isn't an echo chamber.
Unlike most creators, I do watch my chat. And I have zero problem modding 3 channels at one time and being live.
Delirium.
Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but these are my channels. And your opinion isn't truth. Just because you have an opinion about something doesn't make it the end all be all.
And that goes for you
Nor
too.
does it give you the right to defame, demean, ridicule, or harass someone.
And yet you have the right to put the autopsy and crime scene photos of an 11-year-old child up behind a paywall, and don't think there's anything wrong with that. Okay, at least we know where we stand with you. And see, this tea's making me burp. It's afternoon. It's Australian afternoon tea that comes from England. It's delicious.
Now, as most of you know, I did 2 lives on Patreon about the Gannon Stout crime scene photos and autopsy information. Because of that, some people who do not like me have started and ran with a narrative that is absolutely false and ridiculous.
It's actually not just people who don't like you, because I know what you do. You're not my cup of tea. This is my cup of tea. I don't hate anyone. I don't like the word hate. That's the only thing I actually hate is the word hate. The entire YouTube community, except for one person, one creator, is pretty much aligned on this. What you did was disgusting, and what Zav did was disgusting. The end. So this isn't just about people who don't like you, who have a bone to pick with you. The entire community, mainstream media, now independent media, the world over, think what you did is fucked up. But anyway, now you know what level playing field you're on with us. Let's go.
And I woke up this morning
Again,
to
we know that.
MSN.com having an article about a Zav Girl and I. Now, I want to read something to you that was sent to me last night by one of my subs.
And an amazing wife?
Well, maybe. My phone will cooperate.
I bet you so much. Detest intensely.
And how it
Hey, stop.
relates to what's going on. Isaiah 54:17.
Wait, hang on a sec. No
way.
Wait, we're getting religious. In fact, I think we get hello, boobs. Just come out of her igloo. I think she gets religious a few times. She's quoting the Bible to defend her behavior or to attack those who think she's disgusting. Well, where are we? Isaiah. Here we go.
Weapon formed against you shall prosper.
Wait, hang on.
Every tongue.
Sorry,
that was sent to me
Isaiah.
last night by one of my subs. And
praise be. Sorry, as an agnostic, I'm going to be a bit insensitive, but sue me.
Well, maybe.
Where is it?
They told me to look at this verse.
All right, let's hear it.
And how it relates to what's going on.
Unbelievable that God wrote in the Bible of 50 bazillion years ago a verse to defend Natasha's despicable actions. Hey, Beth M, I've missed you. Hello, how are you? Oh, German, you're going to have a field day with this one. Yeah, well, that's the thing, because she hasn't mentioned, unless she does in the new one, which we're not watching, but unless she mentions in there that she paid for them. But it seems that she got them, well, according to the rumor posted in my chat last night when we were talking about Zav, one of her mods paid the $3, went in and see ya. Took them out there. Took them right out of Zav's Dropbox. Crikey. First I've talked about Shag and Natasha, and now everyone's visualizing the Zav Girl's Dropbox. Plemy. I have 666 subs. Really? I knew we were getting there, close to it. No one else can join this channel. We're full. Of course that happens today, right before a biblical verse. Oh my God. A $3 ticket straight to hell, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. I think they're both bad. But I also think it's really important that both are discussed. I think we've discussed Zav. I mean, it won't be the end of discussing Zav. It hasn't even been a week since this all broke, you know. Like, it's going to be talked about for a bit longer because things are happening, and Zav keeps deleting shit. She's now deleted her big essay of explanation. I like science. That's gone with 5,500 comments on there, not one in her favor. She's also taken down the live where she justified it at the end of the live. Damn, I'm pissed off I didn't save that, but it'll be out there for sure. You hate the devil. I didn't make us. Nobody unsubscribe that. I'm going to get a screenshot of it. Because I saw that the other day. I was like, I'm getting close to 666. Oh, we're up now, 667. All right, thank you. Somebody's fixed that. Whew. All right, guys, calm down. Focus. We're about to hear the word of the Lord.
Isaiah 54:17. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue which rises against you in judgment you shall condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is from me.
Wow, that's a bit of a nasty line out of the Bible. That's pretty, that's enabling her. God, what did you write there? Isaiah, why'd you write that shit? She feels justified because of the largest selling work of fiction in the world. Sorry, I know some of you are religious. I respect your religion, but you know what I'm saying? How convenient. Why didn't Isaiah write about people putting photos of an 11-year-old murdered baby behind a paywall? Jesus.
Now, I'm not going to go into all the details about this article. You can go and find it for yourself and look at it. And if you can't find it, you can come or message me and I'll send you the link. But the article is ultimate bullshit. They didn't vet anything. They did no research.
I don't know, Joe.
Ridiculousness that some others have ran with.
Exactly. But we won't go down that road, Jamin. I mean, don't worry. I would be more than happy to have a live one day discussing all the things in the Bible. It seems, what's sad about it is, to me, I am agnostic. But as far as I'm concerned, the 10 Commandments, we should all live by them. They're pretty good. Like, it's a pretty good moral code to live by. And as an historic document, I find there are elements of the Bible that are really interesting as well. And I love Revelations because Revelation says things like, it is better to live on the roof of your house than in the house with an arguing or with a nagging wife. Like, stuff like that I think is great. There's comedy in there. What I find distressing, though, is this one was over the moon to get a verse from the Bible to justify her behavior, but hasn't then gone on to read all the bits of the Bible that condemn it. And that's where I have an issue. People that are really, truly, 100% into a faith take it all, the good and the bad, and they live it in its entirety. But then there are people like Natasha, and when I was at uni, a group of Christians who tried to recruit me, who seem to only use or rely on the Bible to defend some shitty thing that they'd done or to justify their judging of others. And she falls in that group because if she really wanted to share something from the Bible, let's share all the other stuff that says what you did was disgusting. Because would imagine, and if there is anyone of faith in my chat, if you're still here after that completely inappropriate comment of mine, if there are other sections of the Bible that would say this sort of stuff is not on, let me know. I don't mind starting my next live reading that one out. More than happy to. It is better to live on the roof of your house with a goat than in the house with a nagging wife is another one. Wait. Declared an apology. On her... Yeah, we're doing it now. Oh, we're doing it now. Zav has offered an apology. Three whole minutes. It's too late, though. I think the damage is done. We'll have a chat about it after we play it. Should have done this days ago, girl. I really don't think any people are going to. I mean, I'm going to let her have her say, but... Oh, no, we're doing it right now, quick before she deletes it. Oh, and she's tastefully removed that lurid bright green background we normally get treated to that clashes with everything she wears and her chair. Here we go.
Hi, everyone. If you're listening to this, then you likely know about the last few days. I want to apologize to everyone I've hurt, but especially Cannon's family. I've been doing some major soul searching and reflecting. There are many trying to define my motivations, and while I'm not looking for forgiveness or trying to make excuses, I do hope to provide additional context that has not been made clear. I have followed the Letitia Stout case closely, and it was actually during the trial that I made the official records request. And it was in El Paso County, Colorado. I requested all the video, audio, and written records. I made no request for autopsy photos. I wanted all trial records, but my main interests were interviews with Letitia. The autopsy photos just happened to be in the files. I spent time reviewing what I received.
I'm just doing this for fair use. So we start with a really limp little apology, and she's so disconnected from the reality of this situation that she didn't even factor in Gannon's mother, Landon, specifically saying she didn't want the apology. It was Gannon who was owed the apology. Now, admittedly, she did apologise. Did she apologise to Gannon? Hang on, I'm starting it again. There's a lot to take in.
If you're listening to this, then you likely know about the last few days. I want to apologize to everyone I've hurt, but especially Cannon's family. I've been doing some major...
Still didn't offer an apology to Gannon, which is what Gannon's mother said was owed. Hey, Mrs. Peacock, your comments are fantastic. Yeah, she's definitely got cue cards. Like, apologise from the heart and stumble over some words, you know, and also how heavily edited is this video too. But anyway, look, she's giving an apology. Way too late as far as I'm concerned, and I am going to go back through chat afterwards. I think we just need to watch it, absorb it, and then digest it. Metaphorically.
Major soul searching and reflecting. There are many trying to define my motivations, and while I'm not looking for...
She's already deflecting. There are many trying to define my motivations. She hasn't learned a thing. What self-reflecting have you done? Absolutely fuck all. Hang on, I'll full screen it. I'm going to let her have her say, and then I'm going to rip it to shreds, along with all of you guys. Grunge Chuck, I love your name. Good to see you here. Let's go.
For forgiveness or trying to make excuses. I do hope to provide additional context that has not been made clear. I have followed the Letitia Stout case closely, and it was actually during the trial that I made the official records request. And it was in El Paso County, Colorado. I requested all the video, audio, and written records. I made no request for autopsy photos. I wanted all trial records, but my main interests were interviews with Letitia. The autopsy photos just happened to be in the files. I spent time reviewing...
Oh, shit. Oh, God, sorry.
Hi, everyone.
We jumped to a Nigerian scammer story. Yeah, but again, and this is what I've focused on from the start. I mean, I was appalled that she was even given this stuff, but secondly, I was appalled that she was so fucking disrespectful that she didn't even factor in not sharing that stuff with anyone else. That's the thing that really pissed me off. She had the chance to show she was a good person by going, oh my God, look at all this stuff I've got. This is too much. I can't put it out there. It's in poor taste and disrespectful to Gannon and everyone who loved him. And the fact that she didn't is why my blood is still boiling over this. And a lot of you guys too, I would imagine. Anyway, I'm just going to let her talk. I think I've done enough interrupting for fair use. Well, it's now on my live. That's a good enough copy for me. But yeah, let's play it through. We got to a minute roughly. Let's go.
Closely. And it was actually during the trial that I made the official records request. And it was in El Paso County, Colorado. I requested all the video, audio, and written records. I made no request for autopsy photos. I wanted all trial records, but my main interests were interviews with Letitia. The autopsy photos just happened to be in the files. I spent time reviewing what I received so I could provide more info from the trial. I believe many of my images were already shown during the televised trial, and I saw the photos on other public YouTube channels.
Sorry, I think I do need to fair use it a little bit. Not true. Not true. I didn't follow the trial. I didn't watch the trial. People who did have said that the volume of stuff she got far exceeded what was shown in the trial. And people have talked about the judge, the DA, and the defense counsel discussing what would and wouldn't be shown to the jury. That's a known fact. I wasn't expecting it to make anybody happy, but I wasn't expecting it to make me this angry. I can't wait for us to have this conversation afterwards, though, guys. I reckon you're all as riled up as I am. This is so far 1 minute in and totally disappointing. Right from the start, didn't apologise to Gannon. The one person Gannon's mum said was owed an apology. She's clueless. I don't know what self-reflecting she's been doing. Her self-reflecting is watching her subs going down and freaking out about it. That's it.
That live streamed the trial and shared the evidence. I didn't think any of the images were new. These photos were already public, although the video I put together with the coroner's voice was my own creation. I chose to put the video on Patreon because of the sensitive nature of the evidence. Putting the evidence behind a paywall meant added security. And I naive.
Bullshit. And you didn't even password protect the Dropbox. Not that would have stopped people pinching it either. You put it in a position that it was going to get taken, stolen, and shown all over the place. You didn't think any of this through because you didn't give a fuck about the child whose life was destroyed brutally, and he should have dignity in death, and you took that away from that little guy.
Naively thought they wouldn't be made public. The video I created with a voice from the coroner wasn't meant to be shared outside of Patreon, and I chose not to put the photos on YouTube, a public forum, where the views would have allowed me to make more money.
No, you knew that YouTube wouldn't allow you to put it on there, you bullshitter. I'm disgusted by this. I'm furious. I'm going to need someone to jump up on panel with me and give me a virtual hug.
And the photos would be seen by more people. Because the video was placed behind a paywall, rumors about the images not being blurred or being different than what was shown in trial started to surface. No photos shows genitalia. I have made no jokes about the photos. I don't even cuss on my channel, and I would never allow derogatory remarks about a victim. I realized my intentions were not communicated well. My channel style is sort of me hanging out with friends and speaking off the cuff, and I did not articulate my reasons or think my decision through. At this time, my Patreon website has been shut down. I am not sharing any of the photos or video anywhere, although you can see the photos published on other popular channels. Nothing you see is from me, nor will ever be.
The stuff that's on other channels was because people streamed the trial, and some creators took the screen off their screen when the autopsy photos were being shown. She keeps using this as justification for it. She hasn't learned a thing. She has not learned a single thing.
To those who have supported me and followed my channel, and to the true crime community, I'm sorry I let you down. I cannot imagine the pain.
You let Gannon down and you still haven't apologized to him. Oh my God, I'm getting so annoyed. I can drink alcohol now and I don't drink much, But man, I'm tempted to grab a ginger beer out of that there fridge.
Gannon's family has gone through.
You
My
can't
anger
even
over what
imagine.
happened to Gannon is the reason I started following the case.
Stop that.
I'm not this evil, heartless person like many are saying, but I'm also doing a lot of self-reflecting, and I'm looking
haven't done
into
any.
sensitivity training. I did
What?
not want to add to the family's loss with anything I said.
She's doing sensitivity training? Are you kidding me? You're an adult. You should have learned that shit when you were a kid.
Many are saying, but I'm also doing a lot of self-reflecting, and I'm looking into sensitivity training. I did not want to add to the family's loss with anything I said or shared about this case. And it will be a long time before I ever trust myself or my decisions again. To Gannon's family, I have no words that can make this better. No one should have to ever go through what you guys have been through. I am so very sorry for any pain that I have caused you.
Wow. Wow. No, goodbye. Wow. I don't know where to start. I'm not playing it again. People will be saving it and recording it and all the rest of it. Let me just get back up to the top of the chat. Does someone want to take a link? I don't know where to, I don't know where to start with this. Mike, obsessed with all the Aussies. We've got a great community here. I'm so glad you found us. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. Shit, sorry, and I love Australia. Mike, stop it. Yeah, too late. That was disgusting. From the second it was obvious she was reading it, it was disgusting. Cam up, speak openly from your heart. I don't know how long it took you to write that, Zav, but it took you a shitload of time to edit it. But what pissed me off the most is that Gannon's mother said the only person who was owed an apology was Gannon, and you still didn't even do that. So everything else, as far as I'm concerned, is total bullshit. Total bullshit. You still were deflecting. You were still throwing other people under the bus. You chose to put that highly sensitive information, material, photographs out in a Patreon. Whoopie-doo. But anyone can scrape $3 together. I found $2 outside my car at the gym last night. My head hurts. I can't believe this. I can't believe I'm live and I want to talk about Zav Girl's apology with a photo of Natasha Cooper going. But anyway. Oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to. I need help. I'm shocked. Hi to everyone that's arrived too. Lily Eve, someone I haven't said hello to yet. Aussie Tad. I can't with this. Dawn, hello Dawn. Yeah, blaming the court. Journey to Justice, hi. I need more beers to handle this too, and I don't even drink beer. She doesn't look upset. I mean, on Batshit this morning, we had a story of a mayor who married a crocodile, and I legitimately started crying at the sight of a crocodile in a little wedding dress, and I couldn't get, I mean, I was surprised, but I mean, we've been talking about such emotional, heavy stuff for the last week. I'm not surprised that I'm a bit sensitive right now, but I couldn't stop crying looking at a crocodile in a wedding dress. It just really got me in the feels. And the fact that she had a script on her screen that she was reading, and the fact that it was edited as well. Whoa. This is going to piss everybody off. I agree, Joey. Nothing from the heart. Whew. Me too, Mel Mac. I don't know what to say. I've tried to change it to Zav's apology, but I don't think you can change the name of your live while you're live. I'm refresh and see. No, I can't. Can I do it backstage? I tried to do it through StreamYards. Hang on a sec. I think when you're up and running, you're kind of stuck with your title. Let's see, it's a bit of an experiment. I'll see if I can get rid of Coops too. Although that does actually sort of suit. Let's see what YouTube says. Oh, it's done it. Go YouTube. Excellent. All right. Yeah. Natasha Cooper's still the thumbnail. It'll take a bit longer for that to change. You think she sounds like she hasn't slept yet? I think she's deliberately talking like that. I'm so pale, I'm almost transparent, but now I'm red with anger. That wasn't written by a lawyer. Well, not by a lawyer worth paying. There's no way I would have written that bullshit. No way. I would have said, you're accountable, the end. Don't have a script. You can, I don't mind you having a couple of bullet points on a post-it note on your computer screen. That's fine. But speak from the heart. Say how you feel. Factor in all the things people have been telling you over the last few days. But most importantly, put a fucking bullet point on there that you need to apologize to Gannon. The fact she didn't do that, that was it for me. Anything that came out of her mouth from that point on. His mother said the only person who's owed an apology is Gannon, and she didn't even respect that. I'm livid. I need a drink. It's really hard to find the words. Oh my God, a scientific and detached apology from Zav Girl. Oh God, I'm going to do that. I just put her apology as anything but. Shanna, I love you. Would you like a link, Shanna? I think we all need to breathe, guys. It's no. Shanna, you're a genius. Thank you. You think she's worried people are going to come to her house? Look, apart from whoever said in chat last night there's someone who put her address out there, all these vile death threats and stuff, there still hasn't been any evidence of that. I mean, I bet you initially before she edited that video, she talked about death threats and stuff, and somebody probably said to her, yeah, you might want to take that out because you ain't got no receipts. Yeah, she shouldn't need a script. I think that's why I'm so... have a drink. I think we all need to have a drink. I love you too, Shannon. It is a great title, isn't it, Francesca? Yeah, I wanted to see her crying and begging for forgiveness too. Landon's amazing. And thank you for spelling her name correctly too, unlike Zav Girl. I don't know if you can hear Sunny snoring, but she sounds like a truckie. Kylie Rodney was appalling, but so was Cleo Smith, and I'm going to continue to inform American creators who talk about the Kylie thing. I'm going to point out that she also was, like, her behaviour was reprehensible during Cleo Smith as well. But because Cleo was an Australian story, even though Americans celebrated when she was found, it was wonderful. but not many people were covering it. That's why I went to see what Zav was saying about it, because not many American creators were covering it. And there she is with an innocent man's photo up on the screen for over an hour. And I begged her to take it down, and she basically told me to fuck off. She didn't, and she doesn't swear like I do. But fuck a doodle do, I'm fucked off. I agreed the journey to justice. Camera on. Gannon, I'm sorry. End it. That's what a smart person would have done. Literally just said those 3 words and then end it. All she has done is people are going to be spewing. She just lost another 200 subs after posting. Well, there you go. God, this community can be smart. I mean, yeah, we see a lot of stupid shit happen on here. But I love that. Well, for me and our community, I know that what is driving all of this is our love for this community, because it can be amazing. We all get to hang out and check in on each other and see what everyone's up to, and it's beautiful, and we have heaps of laughs and we have cries as well. And that radiates out into the rest of the community. Like, yeah, there are fuckwits in our community. There's fuckwits in every community. I live in the most amazing place, and there are fuckwits that live where I am. I mean, I'm probably one of them. Fuck Nancy Grace. We've seen it. I'm not going to hold back on it. Mike's in love. People are saying how fake. Absolutely. But far out. Let's have a look at the YouTubes. You've got Dates on the Streets talking about it. You've got Nerd Report reacting. In the middle of talking about John Bonet, Laura is talking about, that's it? There's only those 3 channels and me? Wow. Has she allowed comments under this apology? Yep, she had. Oh, all right, let's look at the comments. This is how we're going to cope with this. Yeah, it's the Hotel California, Joey. You check in, but you can never leave. But I think things like this is where the optimist in me continues to talk about stuff like this, because I honestly think that, well, I don't mention him. I think that I'll go into his chat because I like some of the people in his chat, and I mute him usually because I can tell what's going on from what people are saying in chat. Well, he's not showing up on my thing. Maybe I'm blocked. I don't know. I don't care. But thank you for letting me know. I mean, of course he's talking about it. He's been very proactively talking about the whole thing. But yeah, it's all over the world. And I saw the Hindustan Times article earlier. Sorry, I'm being a bit blunt because I'm a bit emotional. I'm not meaning to sound rude about the glare. I gave him a super chat once and called him Groover, and he didn't know what it meant. And he was like, he read it out loud and he sort of went, Groover? And then just rolled his eyes and went, thanks, I guess. It was only $5. 20 edit cuts. Did anyone want to jump up? I did say if anyone wanted the link, I'm happy to drop it. But do you want to jump up, Shanna? Zav should have said, I'm an idiot and apologise for being it. Please forgive me. But instead she went on saying how she become a better person after doing something shitty. Yep. Totally cringe. She does definitely need a moral compass. Brian Enton's on News Nation, cement shoes. And that's the other thing too. Look, to be honest, it wouldn't really have mattered what she'd said because it's way too late. She can't use it. I was on vacation defense because she was posting on her community page while she was on vacation. Well, no, she probably was on vacation, but she was able to put up, can anyone give me Landon's contact details? But like I said earlier, the only apology I would have gone, respect was, Gannon, I'm sorry. The end. I'm going to just put the screen up full for a second because I'm going to go and get myself a little ginger beer. I'll be right back. Get a mega pint, everybody. Oh, I don't know if I have a ginger beer. Huh, that's disappointing. What pray tell do I have? I've got a beer. No. I was sure I had another ginger beer somewhere. How can there not be a ginger beer in my house? Actually, I've got to go to the gym later. I'm just going to stick to water. I'm going to stick to water. Let's see what some of the people under her chat, under her video say, because I mean, they're. Whew, you're making a strong coffee, Francesca. Chuck some scotch or something in it. I only drank one, Jenny. I only actually had two in the fridge. I thought I had a 6-pack. I only drank 2 on the weekend while we were away. All right. Let's see. Oh, you'll be free in a bit. No worries. I won't be live for too much longer. I've actually, funny enough, my Arizona friend Anastasia and I are having a chat, although I might postpone her to the weekend. I don't know. Oh, she's just messaged me. Hang on. Give me a second, Grievers. All right, let's see what her comments say. Let's just run through this for a little while. How's it looking for you guys on the screen? Is it? I've expanded it as much as I can. Oh yeah, perfect. All right, I won't stick my face in there. You don't get counts for partial viewing? Really? You do, because I think you do, because I get data backstage that says on my dashboard that says average time spent watching, and I think they count as views. I mean, I've got an espresso martini mix in my cupboard, like and all I need is some ice. But is that a bit hardcore, especially when I'm going to the gym later? I've never been to. I went to the gym once with a hangover, and while I was mid-class, I realised I was still a bit under the weather. Should we put that back up again? Hang on. When she rolls her eyes. All right. She rolls her eyes? Oh, my God. Let's watch this, guys. Just checking you're all good on the screen. All right, let's have a look. Oh, you definitely get more. Yeah, the longer people are watching, the better. That's for sure. Oh my God, a friend of mine just messaged, but hang on. Oh, this is terrible. Hang on. multitasking here. I've got Messenger playing up. It's all happening, guys. All right. That grimace at the start. Yeah, where are the it is a total grimace at the start. Where's the where are the body language experts? I agree, Joe. I mean, that face does say it all. All right, we're watching for the eye rolling. I'll see if I can pause it on it. Shanna, is it the first time she apologizes to Gannon's family or the second time? Because we're awesome, Mike. Good night, beautiful Emily. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Almost like she was four. That's how it feels, definitely. All right, let's have a look. But yeah, that face at the start, that says it all. Absolutely. Let's go.
Hi, everyone. If you're listening to this, then you likely know about the last few days. I want to apologize to everyone I've hurt, but especially Gannon's family. I've been doing some major soul searching.
Was it that one? Because that was just a double blink because of bad editing. The first, maybe the second. We'll keep going. But yeah, that looked like a double blink because of the way she's edited it.
I've been doing some major soul searching and reflecting.
You haven't. You're a liar. And if you have, I don't know what you were reflecting on. But it wasn't remorse. Yeah, I know Gannon Zav called Zav Girl evil. But anyway, we're going to play it the whole way through and find this eye roll. But this first bit is really bad editing, basically.
There are many trying to define my motivations. And while I'm not
deflecting, there are many trying to define my motivations. I will be stopping and starting this again. Sorry, now that we're watching it again, because I need to actually, bit by bit, go through this so that I can find some words. And then we'll let the people under her video, they'll have the final say on this. I'm not even going to bother writing anything. Yeah, deflect away. People don't understand her motivations. Do you know why, Zav? Because there is no justifiable motivation for why you did this. Not one. Yeah, I know we get the teary, my Patreon's gone. Sucked in. You reap what you sow. I'm sick of people thinking they can act abominably, not hold themselves accountable for that behavior, and then also play victim when all the ramifications of their actions start to smack them up the bum. I agree so much, Journey to Justice. Like, yeah, if you could download it, Journey, I think a lot of people will. Even if she does get to 100K, YouTube don't automatically hand out the ticks either. So I doubt she'd ever be given. Like, can you imagine the outrage if she manages to claw her way back up to 100,000 and YouTube's like, there's your tick. Holy shit balls. People will lose their minds, and rightly so. I know. Yeah, no, that's fine. Gore is, I mean, Cement Shoes in chat came up with Gore Crows, and she's a Gore Crow too. Sadly, she'll get all the views because people will have to click to comment. I don't mind her getting the views because I think we can't get around that. I mean, even the credible creators that are getting super chats discussing this, it doesn't bother me either. Like, I still think it needs to be discussed. Like, what people are doing with their money is irrelevant. Like, people need to talk about this shit. Now, the Gore Crows who are milking it and taking super chats, and you've got Life Perplexed sitting up there criticising the drama community, the Hive, Queen Bee's gang of merry bandits, for making money. Well, she's also making money. I mean, seriously, that sort of stuff is where the argument to me is like, you're all a bunch of fuckwits. It's a monetized platform. People make money on it. Now, I'm not monetized. This channel will never be. And even I said to someone in my chats, even if it became a monetized channel, it would all go to a victims of crime charity anyway. But I really don't have any need to or desire to. Well, I do have a need. Everyone's struggling financially at the moment, but this is not where I will be deriving any other income. I've got a monetized channel. And if I was savvy enough with it and managed to work out how to get it out of the algorithm cul-de-sac, I could go back to making decent money on that. Well, not decent, but decent enough to sponsor a wild animal once a month on behalf of all of you guys. But yeah, we need like a little counter for every time she's deflecting or playing victim, because that's really all I heard. And I still can't believe, if she's been deep in self-reflection, why did she forget to apologize to Gannon? The only person Landon thinks is owed an apology. You are detached. Totally detached. Whoever proofread that for you and went, yeah, it looks good, they're fucking idiots too. Save the koalas. Oh my God, I love you, soulmate. Oh, wait, I missed Jamin's good point. If you don't start the video, if you have autoplay disabled, the video won't get a view. Look, she's history as far as I'm concerned, so who cares? Let her have her views while she's still got them, you know. Oh my God, Mike. When you were 17, you poor thing. That is, I can't even imagine. I'm so sorry to read that. Oh my God, this must be really punching you in the guts, this whole thing. Oh, Mike, that's horrible. What? No, that's so sad. I'm really sorry that you went through that. Life is cruel. That's just so tragic. I don't have my parents now, and the thought of losing a sibling is my greatest fear. And I want to go before either of them, so I don't know what it feels like to lose a sibling. Much love to you, Mike. That's so tragic. It is huge. Yeah, I agree. She's not coming back from this. Especially, she wasn't coming back from this before the apology. Now she's done this. She's definitely not. Laura's ex died. Yeah, that was Jim Terry was going to release the autopsy photos and she lost her mind. But that was a different, I mean, I don't blame her because he also is the father of her teenage son, you know, like, and it was a different situation. It was a fight that she was having with a piece of shit YouTuber who's no longer on YouTube. A lot of people were saying it was hypocritical for her to get so fired up about that and to be, she's not defending Zav, she's anti the witch hunt, apparently. But I mean, I can see the distinction between those two situations, and I think any mother would be horrified at the thought of their child's dad's autopsy photos being put out for everyone to see. And the stuff that Jim Terry said was pretty bad. Look, I don't think that's hypocritical. I think it would be hypocritical if she'd been doing exactly what Zav did and putting autopsy photos of children behind paywalls and then blasted Zav for doing it. That's where someone's a hypocrite. There's also other members in the true crime community who've done the same thing, and because they're on or in particular cliques within the community, no one's talking about them, and I kind of want to, but not today. I don't know why everyone's glossing over it. Like, a fairly prolific person in the community did exactly the same thing, and no one's saying a word. People are saying they are talking about it, but the creators are ignoring it. That's hypocritical, in my view. If you're going to go live about Zav and be furious about what she did, and there's someone in your community who did the same thing and you don't discuss that as well. But I'm not in that community and I'm happy to speak up, but my life is going to become hell if I do, but fuck it. Morals win on this channel. I'll take it. It's not going to fade away. I mean, it won't fade away, but it will be old news at some point. Did she monetize it? Don't know, because it's just a video. I don't know if, hang on, let me see. Is she one of those channels that has thanks under her videos. She's still got her memberships up, but I think she's turned off that give thanks thing. Or can you even still do that? Anywho, let's continue with the apology.
Looking for forgiveness or trying to make excuses. I do hope to provide additional context that has not been made clear. I have followed the Letitia Stout case closely.
She is totally giving excuses, and we don't want to hear your context that you haven't made clear, because there's no context that justifies what you did. None. Don't waste your breath. I agree, Dawn. Wow, you're from a tribe. What a gang. What a fun childhood. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that journey to justice. Yeah, I think we can all have cry. We can definitely all cry here. And I'll cam up in a minute and probably cry because I've been on the brink of tears all day. I mean, like I said, I cried at a crocodile in a wedding dress, for God's sake. Yeah, much love to you too, Francesca. You guys are so beautiful. We've all been through so much, and everyone in this community understands everyone has a story too. There's no my story is worse than your story Olympics in my community, on this community, our community, and I love that. I love that. Oh, there's an ad at the start. Wow. So just when we thought it couldn't get any worse, it's monetized. Oh my, was it played on my channel, the ad? I mean, because I'm on my channel that's not YouTube Premium. Thank you, Mel Mac. Going down and counting. You'd better not be monetizing your apology, and she has. Wow. Natasha did it with Gypsy Rose as well. Yeah, but Gypsy Rose is the perp and the mother was the victim. I mean, don't get me wrong, but most of the outrage seems to be coming from the fact that Gannon was a child and that the courts released autopsy photos of a child. Absolutely, Aussie Tad. 2 days ago. Yeah, I think she was even over 92. Hubby is happy I'm finally speechless. Maybe that's what she's saying, Joman. Oh, you guys have, yeah, you're all amazing because you're still beautiful people despite the shitty things life has thrown you away. Be proud of the good people you are. Yeah, she didn't offer anything new at all. And, I mean, again, she didn't apologise to Gannon. All right. Let's play this. I want to see the disgusting eye roll, and then we're going to look at her comment section.
And it was actually during the trial that I made the official records request. And it was in El Paso County, Colorado. I requested all the video, audio, and written records. I made no request for autopsy photos. I wanted all trial records, but my main interests were interviews with Letitia.
Well, you just cancelled yourself out there too, Dick Face, because you said you requested the trial file and there were autopsy photos included. But what you got in addition to that were photos that weren't shown in court or to the jury, and also the suitcase photos. She's unbelievable. I was going to go to a pretty zen, calm yoga class this afternoon. That punching bag in the gym has got her name on it. I'm sorry, I'm fucked off. I've just talked about how you're really good people and I'm here like, I'm fucked off. I know, Humanimal. I actually heard another person on YouTube saying, once you're dead, you're no longer a minor. I nearly, oh my God. Once you're dead, you're no longer a minor. That was on, I don't watch Ziggy. It wasn't Ziggy who said it. It was the person on her panel. I was going to react to that the other night. I couldn't believe I heard what I heard. There was a person on her panel who said, once you are dead, you are no longer a minor. Oh my fucking God.
Autopsy photos just happen to be in the files. I spent time reviewing what I received so I could provide.
The autopsy photos just happened to be there, and nobody, including her, is mentioning the suitcase photos, which were the really graphic ones. But they just happened to be there. But because I'm a shit person, I didn't see that and go, there's no fucking way I am letting anyone see the light of day. These are not seeing the light of day. For my own scientific and detached purposes, I will look at them. But there's no fucking way in hell I will ever make any of this stuff public. In fact, I'm going to contact the court right now to get the address to send this stuff back. I shouldn't have it. Or email address, whatever.
Provide more info from the trial. I believe many of my images were already shown during the
Deflecting.
televised trial. And
They were. That's what happens in a trial.
I saw the photos on other public YouTube channels that
Who were streaming the trial. Oh my God. Have we got a deflection count going? It's well over 5 now. 6, maybe 7. 1 minute in. You're unbelievable. You are unbelievable. Anyone who keeps going, she's a nice girl. I'm so sorry this is happening to her. You're a fucking idiot. This is her showing her true colors. It's actually making me feel physically sick. Like my chest is tight. My stomach's churning. And I'm feeling, before you have an exam or you're about to walk out on a stage or something and you feel unbelievably nervous. I've got that happening it's like anxiety is just like completely invading my entire body at the moment. And I feel nauseous and repulsed. I'm so sorry that we're watching. Well, I'm so glad we're watching it together so we can all hold each other's hands through this. But wow, I can't believe the physical reaction I'm having to this. She's always got those dead eyes. They always bugged me. I don't know why people have never noticed them or commented on that before.
live streamed the trial and shared the evidence. I didn't think any of the images were new.
You liar. You did. You couldn't wait to show the new photos to everyone. You fucking liar.
These photos were already public, although
Bullshit.
the video I put together with the coroner's voice was my own creation.
The video you put together, oh, good, look at my pause game. She looks wasted. I'm sorry, but the video that you did, apparently, even though the coroner's voice was over what was going on, you talked over the top of it and zoomed in on things. You didn't even realize, sorry guys, this is gross. In one of the, or maybe several photos of him, because he was in an advanced state of decomposition, there were maggots, and she zoomed in on them and was like, what are those stringy things? Meanwhile, underneath it, the coroner's explaining stuff. Like, although not that, because the coroner explained the autopsy photos in court, not the Gannon out of the suitcase photos. I can't believe this, the gall of this woman.
I chose to put the video on Patreon because of the sensitive nature of the evidence.
Bullshit.
Putting the evidence behind a
You put it on Patreon because you couldn't put it on YouTube. The end.
paywall meant added security.
You charged $3 and you didn't put a password on the Dropbox. People still would have nicked it. You could have put it on there for $100 and a password on the Dropbox and people still would have nicked it. Because there are sick fucks out there like you who would have done that. For sure.
And I naively thought they wouldn't be made public.
Oh, it's my own naivety. Innocent me. I didn't think they'd be made public. How long have you been on YouTube, Zav? How much shit have you seen gone down on YouTube? This is such... Oh. I can't bear her. I'm not actually looking at her. I'm listening to her and I'm looking at the beach while we're talking right now, everybody. Sorry if my audio has changed. It's because I'm not near my mic. I'll move my mic a bit. Here we go.
The video I created with a voice from the coroner wasn't meant to be shared out.
So this again, she's mentioned the voice of the coroner twice now. And like I said, the people who watched it said that she talked over most of it.
Outside of Patreon. And I chose not to put the photos on YouTube.
Because I wasn't allowed to.
Public forum where the views would have allowed me to make more money.
It's not about the money, you fucking idiot. Yes, I mean, people are upset that there was a paywall issue. Absolutely. But look at you. You wanted more people to go to your Patreon than actually did. You were making money over on Patreon, sure. You could have made more money on YouTube, but you couldn't have because YouTube wouldn't have allowed this content anyway. She's so deluded. She's got no idea why people are upset, especially Gannon's family. Unfucking-believable.
And the photos would be seen by more people. Because the video was placed behind a paywall, rumors about the images not being blurred or being different than what was shown in trial started to surface. No photos shows genitalia. I have made no jokes about the photos.
And again, as much as I despise Natasha Cooper, she begged to differ. She said she actually cropped genitalia out of photos. Who's telling the truth here? I don't know who's the bigger liar. I mean, I know they're both pieces of shit. And on the scale of pieces of shit, they're at the same spot for what they did. And the people that did actually look at this stuff are all differing in what they did and didn't see as well. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. What she did put out there was graphic, and she's totally disrespected Gannon, and she's completely re-victimized the family.
I don't even cuss on my channel, and I would.
Who cares? You fucking should. I'm so fucking sorry. With tears rolling down your face would be a good start.
Never allow derogatory remarks about a victim.
Really? You allowed racist remarks about an innocent man on your screen for over an hour, and you and your mods didn't do a thing about it. In fact, your mods were some of the biggest racists in your chat.
I realized my intentions were not communicated well.
Wow, so we're all idiots. We didn't understand you. Is that what you're saying? It's our fault now too? Thanks, Zav.
My channel style is sort of me hanging out with friends and speaking off the cuff, and I did not articulate my reasons or think my decision through.
You were so fucking excited several weeks ago to tell everyone on your community page that you had all this stuff you were going to be putting out there. You had plenty of time to think about your words. In fact, I still can't get over the fact you decided putting it out there was okay. Like, that's where I'm really, really struggling with all of this. Not to mention the fact it was released to somebody like this in the first place. Seriously, if legislative change doesn't come about because of this, there's something wrong in Colorado and other states where this could happen. It's got to be addressed. Victims have to be protected. And I'm not just talking child victims. I'm talking all victims.
At this time, my Patreon website has been shut down.
Good.
I'm not sharing.
Boo-hoo. So what? Your Dropbox link's still floating around out there?
Any of the photos or video anywhere.
No, you're not, but it's gone viral. It's everywhere now. She doesn't mention that she's deleted the Dropbox, does she? Interesting.
Although you can see the photos published on other popular channels.
Oh, blame them again. Oh my God, you are so annoying. I like to play devil's avocado, as you guys know. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. From the start with this, I haven't given her any benefit of the doubt because there's no justification for any of the things she's done. But I think the feeling that I thought was anxiety coursing through my veins earlier is actually my blood boiling.
Nothing you see is from me, nor will ever be. To those who have supported me and followed my channel, and to the true crime community, I'm sorry I let you down.
We don't care. You're too little, too late.
I cannot imagine the pain Gannon's family has gone through.
No, and you should have imagined it before you did this. The end.
My anger over what happened to Gannon is the reason I started following the case.
I don't believe you. Your opportunity to make money because of what happened to Gannon was your primary focus. And even now, in your apology, you're still talking about money.
Jeez.
All the money you lost because you didn't put this on YouTube. We heard you.
Not this evil, heartless person like many are saying.
You're a fucking idiot. That's what most people are saying. And evil is the word that Gannon's dad used to describe you, and that's his right. And all power to Al for that too. It is fucking evil. You're not proving that you're not proving that you're a great person in this apology at all. You recorded it. You didn't speak from the heart. You've cropped it, you've cut it, you've edited it. What was it, 22 edits? You're not a good person. Sorry, you're not.
But I'm also doing a lot of self-reflecting.
Not enough. And you'll be doing it for a long time. You'll be self-reflecting on why your YouTube channel disappeared.
I'm looking into sensitivity training.
She's looking into it. She's not doing it yet. And I don't know if that's going to help you. I don't know if you can train people who lack empathy, compassion. Can you train them? I don't think so. Remember Chris Watts Googling, what is it like to feel love? Some people are just lost causes.
I did not want to add to the family's loss with anything I said or shared about this case.
You have piled so much heartbreak onto that family. You have no idea. And the true crime creators who followed this case, who are so devastated by it, the majority of them, when they talk about it, it's the pain of knowing the pain you've inflicted on Gannon's family that's crushing them the most.
It will be a long time before I ever trust myself or my decisions again.
I think it'll be a long time before you even do anything else on YouTube. No loss.
To Gannon's family, I have no words that can make this better. No one should have to ever go through what you guys have been through.
So it wasn't quite an eye roll. It was that deflective look to the left thing, maybe. I just remember while we're watching this shit again.
No one should have to ever go.
That little looking away wouldn't a body language expert say that unless that's your marker or whatever they call it, that looking away is when you're being dishonest? You're awesome, Mike. And at 17 too, the stuff that you would have been just going through as a 17-year-old, let alone losing your brother like that. Whew. Some people actually lack the part of their brain that creates. Absolutely. Narcissists. You kind of hope YouTube terminates her, then you think she gets what she deserves. Yeah, it still feels like she's gotten away with it to me, because her Patreon wasn't like, it wasn't even that active. I'm really surprised YouTube hasn't at least demonetized her. It's very strange. So while Wes here on the YouTubes, agree, Joey. No, she's not feeling any pain at all. I know. That's what I said when the first time I played it. I was like, you should have learned that when you were a toddler. Is the rest of the YouTube world infuriated? I can't imagine anyone would be like, oh, good, she's apologized. Let's all move on. Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya. I wonder if other people's blood is boiling. Mine, that's now I know where that expression comes from. It feels like my blood is boiling. I'm on fire right now. I'm going to have to take my jaunty little scarf off in a minute.
Can make this better. No one should have to ever go through what you guys have been through.
That little look to the side. Isn't that deceit when people do that? Because I know I've got jiggly eyes that wiggle all over the place, but that's my, oh dear. That's how everyone feels about your apology right there. Let me screenshot that for future use. That is how the entire planet, aware of this stuff, is reacting to your apology, Zav. Come, we're going to have a laugh now. But yeah, I spoke to a body language person once and I said, I often scratch my nose, which is meant to be, I always have an itchy nose, and that's meant to be a sign of lying. And then looking away is meant to be deceitful as well. And they're both things that I just naturally do. It's partly because of my blindness, and I don't know why I have the itchy nose. I honestly think it's just my foundation or moisturizer that I'm wearing. Yep, can't even look straight in the camera. Very dismissive. I will make it all right. In fact, let's do it now. Where's my little screenshot? Oh, hang on, you didn't capture it. Wait a minute. Bear with me a moment, groovers. And people will be going, oh, be nice to her. At least she's made an effort. Don't be so critical. You do a better job. Oh, no, I did save it further up. No, it's way too late. And for everyone saying she was on vacation, she put a community post up asking for Landon's contact details while she was on vacation. So, no. Sorry. It's too late. It's nearly a week too late. This came to Gannon's parents' attention last Saturday. Last Saturday. You have had so many chances, so many opportunities. Too little, too late. And in fact, it's not even too little. You've made it worse. You've actually stooped to a new low. All right, I have a new thumbnail. Like, all right, nearly done.
So very sorry for any pain that I have caused you.
Yeah, you're so...
There's no fucking secret about that.
Oh my God, look, he's paused her on a similar shot. Sorry, Will, it's not about you. You've probably got a million people watching you. Oops. And that's awesome. We're going to now have a look at her comments. In fact, let me just refresh her page. She's got 2.8 thousand views. Wait, oh my God, there's 1,000 comments. When she started it, it reminded me of, you know, when people do those videos that say, if you're watching this video right now, I'm no longer alive, or I'm now dead, or whatever. That's what it sounded like. Let's take a look at her comments. In fact, let me have a look at your comments first. I agree. It was too late when she decided to upload those pictures behind a paywall. Yeah, it's too late to apologize. Insincerity. Well, she did in that shot where I screenshot her. I think you've probably all been saying amazing things, but let's see some of the comments and how long she leaves her apology up, because she's taken absolutely everything down. Hey, look at your name. Fluffy Minx Pondu. Oh my God, I love you. We'll be looking out for your comments, oh mate. Fluffy Minx Pondu. You belong here. You've got a great name. Oh my God, I love you. Welcome. And yes, dead-eyed, and no, there's no apology. And she didn't apologize to Gannon. The only person Landon said was owed an apology was Gannon, specifically addressing Zav Girl, and she didn't apologize to him in that 3-minute bullshit. She's clueless. She has there was nothing sincere in that apology at all. Turn on your camera, speak from your heart. Gannon, I am sorry. End. Send. Done. Still won't change anything. But at least you listen to what his mum said. When she said, I don't want an apology, Gannon is owed an apology. You fucked up. Oh, refresh the comments again. All right, here we go.
Hi, everyone.
Go away.
Listening to this.
Hi, everyone. I'm really sorry. This is such a drag. So, Matt, you could be anywhere because the comments appear based on thumbs ups. Painted Diva? Nah, what you did was unacceptable on so many levels. Doesn't matter what you requested and doesn't matter what the channels did. What matters is what you did with the info you received cancelled. And yep, I agree. I understand people make mistakes, but this isn't the first time you've done really shady things surrounding a case. Chris Watts, Kylie Rodney, now Gannon. That's not a mistake. It's a pattern. Yep, sure is Hot Mess Barbie. And add Cleo Smith to that list of names too while you're at it. I mean, again, not everyone knows about the Cleo, what she did during Cleo Smith, but to me, that was as fucked up as this. Having the photo of an innocent man on her screen for over an hour while she allowed her chat to make the most racist, inappropriate, disgusting comments about him, an Indigenous Australian. And then when I went in there and politely requested, and so did Miss Kay from this community, we both called her out and said, the guy's innocent and suing media outlets the world over for showing his photo. Unfortunately, he did share the same name as the guy who was arrested and now convicted of abducting Cleo Smith. I got yelled at. And then after the live, one of her mods had put, great live, Zav. And I went, you think? You think it's great to have an innocent man's photo on your screen for over an hour, a man who has been put through absolute hell and is now suing, and rightly so, every media outlet who's published his photo? You think that's a great live? And this bitch debated with me. Well, you didn't have to be rude. I'm like, I'm not being rude. I'm disgusted. And I was disgusted at the comments, and I wish I probably did take screenshots, but unfortunately my laptop blew up a couple of months ago, as you know, and it hadn't been saving things to the cloud. This one's saving everything to the cloud, thank God. But because it was an Australian case, most American creators didn't cover it until Cleo was found alive, which was unbelievable. It was such a great story. But yeah, Cleo's name, well, Terence Kelly, the innocent Terence Kelly, his name deserves to be in that list as well. Upload, it's too late to apologise. She's got no idea. She still doesn't know what she did wrong. All right, let's see some other ones. She'll delete all of, she'll either, I mean, I'm amazed she's allowing comments, but someone probably said you have to, but she'll delete this in a couple of days because all the comments will get to her. Yep, an apology should not include a justification for what you're apologising for. You were wrong, that's all. No explanation needed for us simpletons. I agree, Yinzi. Oh, sorry, we won't do all the responses. But yep, forced apologies are never good. Absolutely, Chronicles of the Shady. Tipsy Cat. No, putting the information behind a paywall made it profitable. It has nothing to do with security, or if anything, it was secondary to monetary gain. True crime content creators sometimes just need to take a big fucking step back and look at themselves and what they're making an income from. I agree with you too, Tipsy Cat. Try again. Don't ever make excuses. Don't make justifications. Apologise and promise to learn from this and never repeat it. That's not a hard thing to do. Wait a minute. Hang on. I've got to add a comment. I feel better now. I need some more water, but I feel better. She doesn't have kids. But what was I going to say? Her comment that it wouldn't bother her if she had a child whose autopsy photos were put out there is bullshit. And if she did have kids, there's no way in hell she would have said that. I agree entirely with that criticism of her. But when there are people in the community saying people who don't have kids don't realise how devastating this is, that's bullshit. I don't have kids and I know how fucked up this is. And I've lost people in my life, as we all do. My first ever friend who died when we were all 3. And if Sabina's photos had ever been made public anywhere, I would have hunted that person down and killed them even as a 3-year-old. So, yeah. women and men still have maternal and paternal instincts, whether or not they've had children. You don't have to give birth to a baby to understand why this is so horrific. And also, I always feel when there are comments made like about you until you've given birth, you won't understand this. There are a million things that I agree until you've given birth, you won't understand. But I always feel for people who adopted babies that they really wanted, because they're often excluded in those sorts of conversations and comments. And I find that really fucked up too. Hopefully someone wrote, I don't know, guys, what do you think? I've got a new, because it's a new laptop, I've got a new editing thing, and all the ones that I used to do with like the person's photo behind and just one word, I can't do it on my new editing thing, and I'm bummed. But I found a way to download the old-fashioned vintage version of it, and hopefully I'll be able to do it again. Oh, it's okay, Cement Shoes. I mean, I was 53 years ago, but I'm just saying that, you know, you don't have, it was just an example that, yeah, I don't have to have given birth to realize how fucking horrible this is. And as a lawyer, I've had clients who are parents of murdered children, and I know what they go through. And I've had to look at autopsy photos of kids, which is another reason I'm so repulsed by this. The fact that I have no choice in my job but to look at them, but to put it out to the general public. And I know how much it affects us in our profession, seeing photos like that. And when you're at work and you're doing your job, you have to be professional. But, you know, there have been times that I've cried in court. I've seen judges cry. I've seen other lawyers cry. I've seen jurors cry. Like, we're allowed to be human in there. But for the most part, like with first responders, you're professional, you have a job to do, doctors, you name it. But when you get home, we fall, well, I don't know, I'm not speaking on behalf of everyone, but I fall apart. You don't get training for this stuff. I wasn't trained while I was studying law on how to look after myself after being in a courtroom all day looking at graphic autopsy photos of a child. There might be things in place now. I mean, there's so much more sort of counselling and therapy and stuff that you can access, but we weren't taught how to process that healthily. You know, first responders, cops, fires, they see it every day. And they're professional. Your focus is to do your job. But when everyone goes home, they fall apart. We're humans. We're affected by it. So putting it in the hands of members of the public that may have never seen anything that graphic or traumatizing or distressing before, and bearing in mind that it's this poor little 11-year-old who was absolutely brutally murdered, and he's not being afforded any dignity in death, for her to even decide to do that is where the issue is with her. It's warped thinking that nobody understands, and her apology was never going to make anyone understand. The only thing her apology might have done was it showed that she'd actually listened to what people were saying, and in particular, she'd listened to Landon and she'd apologized to Gannon. But it wasn't going to make anything any different. People are still going to be fucked off with her. But that's all her apology should have been. But it was 3 minutes of her once again deflecting and blaming everyone else, including us. We all misunderstood what she was, and she's apparently coming back to explain herself even more. Fuck off. Don't care. This is the last live I'm doing on Zav, by the way. I'm not saying she won't get discussed again, but done. That's it. Don't care. No, exactly. I mean, if it was my mum or my dad, oh my God. You'd be arrested if it was one of your kids and knew who it was. I've put in a comment too. Until you've given birth, you don't understand the pain of labour. That's the only true statement. Although friends of mine who've given birth and then compared it to toothache have said toothache is worse, but then other friends of mine are like, no, giving birth is worse. So even on the pain scale, giving birth can be, you know. I think you're right. And then even, I mean, people have given birth without the baby coming out through the birth canal. They've had cesareans. So are they excluded too because they haven't actually felt the excruciating pain of passing a baby through their vagina? I mean, respect to all the mums out there. Animals, insects, reptilian mums, all of you. Good on you. But we're not idiots. If you're a sensitive person with empathy, you feel things for people irrespective of whether you've been through it or not yourself. The Channon Christian case, where the prosecutor actually passed out from the court. My God. Yeah, she's toast anyway. I don't think you said anything wrong, Joman. You're such a sensitive man. You don't have to be. I'm impressed you don't have a kid either. When people say to me, why don't you have kids? I have to just go, I was too intelligent for that. And I love it because it's usually a parent asking me that. And seeing how they react always makes me laugh. They're usually mortified. Good. Not Australians. Australians like, yeah, fucking good on you. As a nurse, I had many moments spent in the stairwell crying. Yep, you pull yourself together and you can, exactly. And much love to you, Bristol, too. You would have seen so many things too. No, show you, Madeline, and we'll see if we refresh. C-sections are even worse. Yeah, not being able to drive for 6 weeks and stuff, that'd be a bummer. Can we agree I'm an idiot at least? Can we agree you're a lovable idiot? I don't think you're an idiot at all. I think you're highly intelligent. But yeah, if you want, if your wishes are command, Joma, we're not going to argue with it. If you want to be an idiot,
Hi, everyone.
Go away.
If you're listening to this, then you likely know about the last few days.
If you're listening
I want
to
to
this,
apologize to
your
everyone.
ears will be bleeding. Well, she's gone down another 88.2. 5,000 views. 5,000 disappointed people. Well, I mean, some of us have played. I mean, every time I keep hitting on it, it's giving another one. But is it my groovers who gave me thumbs ups? I just can't believe anyone in their right mind would want to view his autopsy photos and pay money for it. I feel so sorry for Gannon's family. Yeah, and Gannon too. He didn't deserve this. I mean, he didn't deserve to die at the hands of someone he loved and trusted. This was the least genuine thing I've seen. Yep, we agree. Kelsey loves BBU. And I watch. Who's Colleen? Who's Colleen? I agree, cement shoes. Way too hard on himself. He's a lovely Joman. Yep, see, look, we all love you, Joman, so shut up. I want to get to one of our peeps. But like I said, a lot of these are I don't mind sitting here reading them all day, to be honest. Oh my God, girl, who do you have around you lying and okaying this ish? Between the advertisements, edit cuts, and teleprompter reading, this just comes off as extremely insincere. Good luck to you, though. I hope you honestly learned something from this and you're truly doing some. Oh, I mean, that's nice of you, Anna B, but most of us, who cares? This is the thing, you know, like the victim-y attitudes, because there's ramifications for their shitty actions. As soon as they're like that, I'm like, I have no time for you. You are the lowest of the low. This is what happens when you start seeing people's dollars instead of people's hearts. Beautifully written, Star Jasmine. We've seen Tipsy Cat. Oh, Erin Frigo wanted to lose her channel. Pink's parody, an apology only would have sufficed. I hope we can all move forward and honour all victims of violent crimes. Indeed, and yeah, just apologise. Joseph says, try again, don't make excuses, don't make justifications. Apologise and promise to learn from this and never repeat it. That's not a hard thing to do. Grow from this. Edit and remove your self-promotion to subscribe or merch links from the description. Whoa. I'm not reading all of them, by the way. Whoa. I said that because I was sounding like a cow. PayPal. A link. Well, there's no point keeping your Patreon. Now, look, I know that everyone has defaults on their YouTube channels, and these are defaults here. But wouldn't you think to go through it at least when your Patreon imploded and remove that link? Who would wear her merch? Is it tie-dye hoodies? Check out my merch. Yeah. I didn't even know she had a second channel. If you want to join my new membership program with cool perks, no, thank you. I wouldn't be. I feel, do you know what I feel really bad for outside of all the other obvious people who are hurt by this? All the people, I mean, that are sort of stuck on her page as members. I mean, many of them have probably cancelled the memberships, but whatever day of the month or whatever it is that those payments come out, they're still going to be stuck on those little thumbnails on her channel. I feel sorry. Why isn't anyone talking about those people? They're victims in this too. The groomer chick is Colleen. All right, we'll look into Colleen. We need to talk about somebody new. I'm still not letting Natasha. Well, maybe I will let Natasha. This might be the end of all of this for me. You guys know that I have a bit of a thing with something, and then it's like, right, let's move on. We've got work to do. I loves me a beanbag chair. If I could work out a way to rig my camera so that it didn't show all of my chins at a really bad angle, I probably would go live from a beanbag. I spent most of the weekend in a beanbag. I love them. I'm still able to get out of them. When I get to the point that I have to roll out of them, that's time to stop hopping in a beanbag. I don't even want to look at her merch. But I do want to see if we can find some of our peeps. Yeah, the psychology bachelor degree is disturbing too. Oh, look here, Daly is one of us. Well, do you need to read your apology if it comes from the heart? Yep. Ka-ching. We agree. You're not sorry. You're just sorry you got caught and you kept the money that you got from this poor child's corpse. And look, comments like that, I really respect people that are so blunt and brutal in their comments, because people need to be this sort of sugarcoating stuff. Yeah, especially the sperm eyebrow, Mel. Good to see you, gorgeous. The thumbnail that I've used of her for the last week, I was delighted when I captured it because it really highlights the sperm eyebrow. Now, I don't do anything with my eyebrows. I'm probably more hippie than her. I'm definitely more boho than her. I don't ever do my eyebrows. They are the way I was given them. I've had them waxed twice in my life, both times for weddings, because the bridezillas said my eyebrows didn't match theirs. Can you believe that? And I'm camming up. I'm open to so much criticism. I don't care. I am what I am. I'm 56. Go for it. Say what you want to say. I'm just amazed that I'm still alive, considering all of my poor lifestyle choices and the great risks I've taken in my life. I don't care. I know what my heart's like, and you can't see that. And it's beautiful. Actually, get me off the screen. Good to see you, though, Mel. You don't have eyebrows, Madelirium. See, we've all got our flaws. But at the end of the day, you are beautiful no matter what they say. That song used to really make me laugh. You're beautiful no matter what they say. I'd be like, what are they saying? Who's saying shit about me? What are they saying? And why have you written a song about it, Christina? I was fine until you told me people are saying things about me that might make me think I'm not beautiful. You are always better late than never. Her eyebrows look like 2 huntsman spider legs. Yep, that's a good way to describe them. Yep. I know people that have had huntsmans on their faces. But I said to one of my friends who had one on her head, I'm like, I like your jaunty head attire there. She was frozen in horror when someone said there's a huntsman on your head. It was actually a cave spider. But anyway. Go Darcy Miller. You have a pattern of behavior and it's not a good one. This is the most unapologetic apology I've ever heard. Yep. Joseph's read an apology for her. But even no, I disagree. And I stand by my comment on there. Landon asked you to apologise to Gannon and you couldn't even do that. People are pissed off about the merch and everything else. Why is this buffering? Has she taken it down? Oh, no. Oh, she's responding to people. You have backpedaled so hard. Those of us who can't detach ourselves do not accept your apology. Fair enough. I can't make anyone do anything. I respect your decision. No, you don't. Oh, my God. But you have to pretend to. Wow. That's the one she's chosen to respond to? I bet she doesn't respond to mine. Because mine's a fierce little kick up the clacker, if I do say so myself. Yeah, no. More than 3. Maybe I'll have to refresh. Maybe I've got 6 likes now. We're at now. We're looking for... Have I scrolled past? Read the room, Zav. You are really going to struggle rebuilding your channel, mate. And it's all your fault. Here we go. Oh, and she's loved this one. Yeah, she's found one supportive apology in a sea of criticism. Thank you, Zav Girl, says Tracy4789. I think it's a good thing to bring this to the forefront. Hopefully, as a community, we can make sure that autopsy photos of children, or anyone for that matter, are never released to the public again. You know what, Tracy? Hopefully, as a community, we only will have people in it one day that wouldn't even think of sharing this shit in the first place. I agree. The core issue with this is that she even got her grubby little hands on it. For sure. Someone in that courthouse is getting their ass kicked severely right now. You can count on it. But there's still a chain of events that occurred. And unfortunately, that packet landed in the hands of someone like Zav, who is unscrupulous and reprehensible in her actions. Don't polish a turd. And thank you to the law enforcement channels that know far too well where these kind of images can end up. Yeah, in the hands of the likes of Zav. To remind us, or she's actually thanking the law enforcement channels to remind us all of this. Oh, we know where they can end up. Oh, don't you worry about that. We didn't need them to remind us. That's one of the reasons people were disgusted and horrified at all of this. You can't take back what you did, but all you can do is turn it around and see what can be done for this to never happen again. No, there's a lot more she can do. There's a lot more she could have done, and she chose not to. Sorry, Tracy. I mean, good on you in your weird little world of delusion. She'll probably only respond to people with lots of subs, probably. Mel hit puberty at 46, Joman. There's hope for you yet, mate. Yep, monetized. The first lesson of sensitivity training would be to not monetize this. Unreal. Here, Hot Miss Barbie, you're on a roll. But I'm going to keep going. I want the shorter ones. I'm losing my voice. Yep, everyone's supporting this action. Well, not even if it was your child, just somebody that you loved. Just saying. Because, as I've said a couple of times in this live, it's not just people with children that were affected by this. I'm horrified for what Gannon's family have gone through because they lost their child in the most brutal way and then this has happened. And I'm empathetic towards that and I'm heartbroken for them. But I didn't have a kid pop out of my vajayjay to feel that for them. It's gut-wrenching that any parent loses a child, full stop. But if it was a child of a friend of mine's autopsy photos that got out there, I would be absolutely devastated too. And then I'd make it my mission to hunt down the person that did it and haunt them. Not threaten them or anything. I'd just subscribe them to Reader's Digest and they'd never, ever, ever, ever be able to make Reader's Digest stop sending them shit, even if they moved 30 times. Yeah, she's in it for the free pizza. I'm sure of it. Some issues. I think you're onto something there for sure. You took days to apologise. You're only apologising because of the backlash. Too late. Yep. Agree with you, oh Sherry. Yep. Red apologies never go over well. They feel disingenuous, disjointed, and in her own words, detached. Yep. Look at the brilliant title of my life that Shanna came up with. I hope Gannon haunts your dreams. I think he was too sweet too. I think he's just busily playing. I like to think he's just being the happy little boy that he was before all of this stuff happened to him. It is see-through. We see Zav. I agree with Danielle too. I mean, I could like all of these except for Tracy's, but I was trying to find some of our little community. How much did you pay a lawyer to write this for you? We can clearly see you reading a script. You should fire that lawyer. I honestly don't think it was a lawyer. And if it was a lawyer, it's a really bad lawyer. Because if she engaged a lawyer, the first thing the lawyer would do would make an announcement that there is an apology incoming and then research the crap out of it and realise that all Landon wanted was an apology for Gannon, and that you would write an apology that said, "Dear Gannon, I'm sorry." And that's all you would say, and you'd end your little video. Done. Because that's all that mattered to Landon. What we all wanted in the apology really isn't that relevant, because as far as the majority of us feel, it was way too late anyway. But if a lawyer wrote that shit, they're not a good lawyer. Yeah, I like the "we see you," Zav. That was a good one. Feel free to keep dropping the sub count in chat if you want. I know that there's a creator who's criticising us for all of that, but it's become one of my favourite spectator sports. Humanimal and I were flicking numbers at each other the other night and having a great time with it. Yeah, see, look, this person doesn't like how it was all the cuts and edits and being monetized. Yep. We know you were sorry. Now apologise. Nice one, Crisis Cast. Wellwater respects her apology, but it's not one. And reflecting is really good as well, you think? I'm sorry, but I guess I expected a more sincere apology. Actually, I wouldn't even call this an apology if I'm being completely honest. Go, Nora's Gran. To me, the way you kept saying, even though you did what other people have done, just goes to show you're still trying to justify your bad judgment. This is making things worse. There's a reason that 2 national news outlets, it's more than that now. I mean, and it's international. I mean, it's not big news in Australia, but it made the news here. True apologies come from the heart, and that was one of the first things we discussed. Yeah, she has shown herself. And the tone of your apology, oh God, woman, just please don't do this anymore. Kelsey loves BBU's doing a good job on there. The Rancid Yeti. That's a great name too, the Rancid Yeti. I want to find one of ours. Zav, thank you for just apologizing, honestly. No, too late. Oh, look. Oh, man. What self-reflecting have you done? You're just loving the people that are supporting you, or two of them so far. Wow. Shame on you and all the people who paid to see those photos. Make the list of people who paid to see them photos public. This is criminal. Oh, I think that's going a bit too far. I mean, people do. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think the people who looked at it are pretty messed up. But I don't know about that. I don't agree with that. That requires researching and thinking about it. Most people are fucked off, which is great. Oh no, there's a third person supporting. Praying for peace. Be kind is what you say. Oh, really? Was that her little tag? Be kind? From the mouth of someone who has shown absolutely anything but kindness? Yeah, it is bullshit. Oh, look. Yay. Someone else pointing out that all Gannon's mum wanted was for an apology for her little man Gannon. Whoa. People hate that it was written. Yep, she tripled down and then deleted it. I think the people in my chat that wrote on the thread are not even in my chat now. Oh, wait, hang on. She's responded to another one. Okay, so this person's giving her a lesson on apologies. It was an apology, but also clearing up some of the lies going on. It wasn't excuses. There are major lies that are spreading about it all, and I'm allowed to explain and get the truth out. And that's what this was. And an apology. No, yeah, I'm not going to waste time on this person anymore. There's no point. Go cement shoes. Yeah, she does. This is truly the last time I talk about this fucking dolt. What a waste of oxygen. Get the truth out, lol. Okay, the whole video was lies and excuses. The best truth you could have admitted was exploiting an innocent boy. Do better. A sincere apology never includes excuses. Correct, which is why, dear Gannon, I'm sorry, is all she had to say. Wow. She is selfish. And she's even copping shit because she came on and got all snarky with someone who was pointing out the truth. Yeah, no, fuck you, Zav. Fuck you and the horse you rode in on. Well, no, actually, leave the horse alone. Johnny Cuddy's in Laura's community. People that lied about the photos and started these rumors are just as responsible and should be apologizing also. No. And this is the thing. Like all the outrage that spilled out from her doing it. Be angry that she did it. Be angry that the courts gave it to her. Full stop. Like everyone's allowed to have their own personal attachment to it and things that have resonated with them that have upset them. But Johnny Cuddy, Laura is only talking about Queen Bee's group. How do you explain all of the highly qualified experts on YouTube that have taken issues with this, the media in the US and around the world that have taken issue with it, Patreon for pulling her Patreon down for doing it. That's narrow-minded. If people are only relying on Queen Bee and the Hive as their source of information for this, then that just shows how limited their thinking is. Like, open your eyes, be true crime people, explore all avenues, look at all points of view. You are literally just repeating what Laura keeps crapping on about, which is limited to Queen Bee, who she's in some sort of fucking World War X with. What do people say to Johnny Cuddy? Yeah, she's not a victim. That's your opinion. What I'm saying on here is pathetic. Oh my God, you sound like Laura. People are so devastated, so they say. Then why continue day after day to speak on the situation? That's straight out of Laura's mouth too, because Laura's complaining that people are still talking about it. It's not even a week old. Imagine if this was Laura's child's autopsy photos. How long will we be hearing about it? How long did she talk about Diane's channel? How long did she talk about how much she hated Molly or Makeup Mobster, and then they were buddies and then they weren't again, and then she hated them both again? Like, seriously, Johnny Cuddy. Wow. Wow. I mean, yeah, you don't get any more time either. You reckon it is Laura? It certainly sounds like her. You haven't seen Kate? I don't actually know Katie. I did see the name on the list, though. Hi, Miss Kay. Oh, don't, I mean, bless you, Carol, but thoughts and prayers. Don't get me started on that. Anthony Jeselnik, Google thoughts and prayers. You're welcome. Yeah, the merch is shocking. Yeah, Sunny Sunshine, great name. I've got a Sunny Sunshine snoring behind me. You didn't mean any harm. No, she didn't think it through. Because if she had, she would have known she was going to cause great harm. Wow. Yeah, Al described Zav, pure evil. Oh, here we go, surviving it all. I actually think this is a good apology. Well, you're gutsy putting that in a mountain of over 5,000 comments, for the most part, thinking it's fucking terrible. You're missing an apostrophe there. You're a human being, but also trying to make a living following your interests. Yeah, well, a lot of people have made a living on YouTube being unscrupulous and disgusting, which is kind of frustrating, but that's the way the platform's set up. People make mistakes all the time. Yeah, it's a bit different to like not putting your seatbelt on and driving to the shops and getting pulled over for not wearing a seatbelt. It's a bit different kind of mistake. It's just like ours aren't so public like they are on YouTube. Nobody who did what Zav did in private would get away without people talking about it either. This is the thing. What she did was disgusting. Oh yeah, Gannon does have an army. I thought she was telling Zav she had an army. I'm not sure that that's the right word, but. Oh wait, she's replied to this one. You chose to post those pictures. You spent hours preparing the video. How did you look at those pictures and not feel some sort of empathy for the family? I just don't get it. And what does Zav say? Yes, of course I did. I'm not a monster. But then I ended up taking a couple of days away from them and then got the audio of Coroner explaining them and tried to look at it in a more scientific way as the Coroner explained it. Oh my God, look at this essay. But of course I had a reaction and felt a lot of things. I was nauseous and shaky and sad. That's when you should have decided to not share this stuff. She's an OG on your channel. The community is not divided though, Joman. I mean, well, away from this particular situation, yes, there's many divides, but on this issue, no. It's 99.99% of people all agreeing this was fucked up, and a couple of weirdos thinking it's okay, and we're all the weirdos. Yeah, she was well mentored by Letitia, wasn't she? Yeah, total sad fishing. I need more water. I need something stronger, but I'm sticking with my water. Fuck, it's already 2:30. I'm going to have to end this live shortly. I'm going to go to the gym and punch things. But then I was able to go back to it and listen to the coroner explain everything and made my video. But in retrospect, I see that I crossed the line. It's definitely a lesson. Yeah, you're learning the hard way. And I feel bad I didn't think of everything all the way through like I should have. Yeah, we do too. I was naive and just not thinking the way I should have been. And now I'm saying this. Wow. I really am. And if people don't want to believe me, that's fine. But I know my heart, I meant no malice or ill intent. And no, I will never do. How did she get a degree? Sorry. And no, I will never do that again. And that I will be more careful and think things out as best as I can. Maybe try to ask for advice of others if I'm questioning something. Wow. You're not 10. This is because she's naive, guys. Her greatest lack of skill is owning her crap. I was naive. I might have to ask people, how old is this? This girl has been through a lot. I think she lost her grandfather and a sibling or something really close together. And I know her dog died. I've been like, people were filling me in on her past and whatever. It's a story. We've all got stories. Don't ever use your story to justify being a shitty person is my statement on that. Yeah, she's in her 40s. Not buying it. Pathetic. Gannon, aged 11, brutally murdered, was naive. Not because he was murdered. He is a kid. Kids are generally naive. How dare you call yourself naive? I need to ask someone else next time. No, she's doing that vague crap that she does. I don't know. Oh, God, what's Popcorn Planet done? Haven't watched that shit show for a long time. Well, I've seen that name pop up anywhere for a long time. Didn't think that loudmouth hooligan was still even around. Zav Girl, if you supposedly felt nauseous and sad, didn't it occur to you how the family would feel? And has she come back on? No. Wow. Yeah, the from the heart thing in the script. Let us down. You must be delirious. Yep. Yeah, you never start an apology with I'm sorry, but absolutely. Unless you don't mean your apology. Yep, good comment. She said, I want to apologise, but especially to Gannon's family. That's different than apologising and then saying, but I did it for this reason or that reason. I do feel like it was heartfelt. Well, Donna, read the room. Nobody else does. Well, very few people. Go and hang with Johnny Cuddy. Say hi to Laura when you say hi to him too. Look, I do agree legislation is a result of this oversight, but there was still a chain of events. Like the whole, it's true, if they hadn't have given it to her, this wouldn't have happened. If she hadn't have shown it, it wouldn't have happened. If people had paid $3 to get in there and steal it and put it all out, you know, there's a chain of unfortunate incidences that have led to this whole fucking thing. But along the way, there were opportunities for people like Zav Girl and Natasha Cooper to think this isn't okay. And that's where the buck would have stopped. And then let's fix the legislation. But do you think they would have gone public and said, holy shit, guys, look at all this stuff I got sent? And I mean, not look at it, but I just got sent all of this stuff. I don't know what to do. The community would have said, you need to contact the courthouse and this needs to be addressed. This has to be changed. That's what a good person would have done. They wouldn't have just sent it back to the courts and not said a word to the true crime community. They would have said, this has just fucking happened and it shouldn't have. And everyone would have rallied to try and bring about a change. That's how communities evolve. That's how laws come about. And yeah, the chain of disasters started at the court, and that was my very first live on this, was what is the core issue here? It's the fact that it was released to her in the first place. But there was an opportunity for it to stop at her as well, and it didn't. Or Natasha. Although Natasha wouldn't have happened if Zav had stopped at that point. The buck stops with you, Zav. Well, it could have. How's my chatters doing? I've still got people in chat. I found 3. I was Rapper's looking for a new friend. Breaking news, there's a new type of pigeon on my fence. It could be a war soon. Yeah, a couple of people. The chat's, you're all in there hanging around still. Cool. I really just want to find some of our grievers so I can give you guys a little thumbs up. 3 out of about 5,000 at last count, but there'd be more comments now. Oh, see, look, here she is. I think this took a lot of courage. No, it didn't. This was the most spineless apology ever. Thank you. And I mean, there are people who are torn that really liked her, that are just going, oh my God, she's a piece of shit. Yeah, the harm has already been done. Let's see what this person, I also don't exactly know what sensitivity training exactly means or entails. I thought it was just common sense and human decency. Yep. When you roll your eyes while saying you're sorry, it means you don't feel or owe anyone an apology. I'll believe her. No one will ever judge her harder than she's not judged. No, she's saying she was naive. That's not judging. It's saying I was a fucking irresponsible, reckless, unscrupulous, insensitive asshole is judging yourself. She's using her naivety as an excuse. I didn't know. I should have, I guess, but I didn't know. I need to ask someone because I'm 41 or whatever she is. Everything I do from now on, if I'm questioning it, like, should I have baked beans for dinner or should I get pizza? I don't know. I better call someone. Hi, make a decision for me. Fuck off. She's not judging herself hard at all. Most people aren't happy with her. The majority. Soul Brother Sunny. There's a lot of Sunnies on... yeah, she's pointing out how, yeah, using paywall as a security. But I'm naive. I'm naive, Soul Brother Sunny. I don't think anyone who spent $3 to look at that stuff would share it outside of my Patreon. File this with the rest of the worst apologies made by YouTube. It's a long, big list. It's a very fat file. Everyone's hating that it was red, like we did. Oh, here we go. Here's someone, because I can see when people support her. So we actually like 5 now? Oh, this person likes it, but Zav, maybe she gets... Yeah, well, she does say it's not to say anyone has to have kids to understand it. Yep. Wow, that's quite an essay. What is she pro or get what? Wow, Autumn. Imagine if you could say that much in chat. Thank you for trying. If you really mean it, then good. Someone didn't. Oh, here we go. Madelirium. Oh, she put the same comment that I did about Gannon. I wasn't. Someone was going to go in there and put something really sassy, I thought. You shouldn't apologise to Gannon as per Landon's request. Reading from a script, if you meant it, you would have spoken from your heart, not a script. Little Angel. Madelirium, I'm pretty sure she has brain damage, but if you think she's smarter, all right. Oh, even Madelirium. That's, I mean, it's funny, but yeah. I thought, wasn't someone going to go and put something kind of cheeky? It's been such a long time while I've been scrolling through all of these. What were you saying, Madelirium, in chat? Oh, you put something sassy. It was you. Okay, cool. You can't reply to her. Did she reply to you? Yeah, and that's right. Well, I mean, some of the people that looked at it did, but they were in there for spurious reasons. She replied to my comment. Shanna, breaking news.
Hi, everyone. If you're listening to this.
She's got a conscience now, and she's actually... Oh, hang on. I'll have to... I didn't see Landon's post that everyone is talking about. I'm sorry that I'm not aware of everything online. You cunt. Wow. I'm sorry that I'm not aware of everything online. It's the mother of the child whose photos, whose autopsy and crime scene photos you made available to people for $3. I think if you're going to be on top of anything, Zav, it should be how his mother feels about what you've done. You cunt. And I'm not saying it in an Aussie mateship way. Wow. Whoa. She's repugnant. The way she spoke to me when I told her to take down the photo of an innocent man, and I was kind of like, she doesn't come across as being that snarky. I don't know the tone of which this comment was intended. No, that comment to me when I asked her to stop to take down Terence Kelly, the innocence photo, she was being mean. I'm not even going to dignify. Someone's given it a thumbs up. Who the fuck are you, man? No. That should have been, thank you, Laura Lynn. That should have been the first thing you watched. Sav, you need some serious help. Oh, great. We've got Crazy Mama. I mean, sorry. I'm pretty sure no one in my community, our community, has crazy in their name. But here's a rule of thumb that I exercise on YouTube. Anyone that has crazy in their name, I'm a crazy mama of 3 or 3,000. Wait, she's a crazy mama of 3,578. Woo! How's that vagina of yours doing? Not everyone's online 24/7. I mean, my local news hasn't even showed anything about this. Yeah. Oh, Medallium, thank you. Wow. Crazy mama. Yeah. I mean, you're more than crazy. You're fucking insane. She has been reamed from breakfast to dinner on the daily since Saturday when Gannon's family found out about this for what she did. She has been writing bullshit threads on her community page justifying her bullshit without taking any accountability or showing any remorse or sorrow. She then deleted that. She then came on and asked for Gannon's mother's details. So she's interested enough in Landon's details, but not interested enough in how Landon feels about this. Are you telling me no one in her overly supportive, protective community who all think she's naive, that no one let her know what Landon had said? I'm not giving her grief because she doesn't know the recipe for bloody English pork pie, expecting her to know where they've read every recipe online. This was a specific request by the mother of the child whose photos she put out there. You fucking idiot. And as for you, Zav, and your snarky, bitchy response, I didn't see Landon's post that everyone's talking about. I'm sorry that I'm not aware of everything online. You are a piece of shit. And that is, in fact, the last I'm talking about you. Goodbye. Talk about true colors shining through. Wow. Goodbye, Zav. I am not usually a fan of cancel culture, but on this occasion, get the fuck off YouTube. Just go. Just go. Or YouTube, just seriously, on this occasion, if her channel disappears, we're having a party. The one person she should be listening to in all of this is Gannon's family, Gannon's mother, or the people, Gannon's parents. Did anyone bother to tell you that Gannon's dad has called you evil, pure evil? Think about that. I was in shock. Yep, the real Zav, shining through. She's not worth. I feel weird I'm about to say this, but I'm actually agreeing with Laura. Life perplexed, but not for the same reasons. But I agree with Laura. We've all talked about Zav too much. It's time to... No, I think we've said plenty about her, and rightly so. But I'm with Laura in that I agree. There's no point talking about this anymore. There's no point. Zav Girl is vile. She is a vile human being. I cannot believe that was her response. That is what she wrote. Wow. You have no fucking idea, Zav. None at all. You're a waste of oxygen, and you're certainly a waste of my voice. No, there's no point. No. See ya. Off you go. Choo choo. On the train. There you go. Bye-bye. Wow. Landon and Al and everyone who knew and loved Gannon, you don't know me and you won't even see this live, but I just want you to know I am so sorry this happened. I'm so sorry your little boy is gone. But far out, she is a piece of shit. I'm actually just, whoa. I was lost for words with her apology, but that comment undermined. Like, I'm not, if I'd seen her comment that under anyone else's, it's not because it was my comment, but that was her response to that. I'm a lawyer in Tasmania who's been following this saga, and I knew what Landon asked. Everyone seems to know what Landon asked except for Zav. You piece of shit. And I hope people rip it to shreds. And crazy mama, I don't care what you think, you fucking idiot. What, because it hasn't made your local news, it's not a big deal? Is that what you were trying to say? That's how you measure what matters in the world, if it's on your local news? Fucking hell. Okay, crazy mama. Enjoy the news tonight. You'll know all the important things going on in the world in your local news. You enjoy it. Zav deserves supporters like that. In fact, can every crazy mama just go and hang out with Zav, and we can all just put them in their own little thing, close the door, lock it, and just walk away. No one was having a go at me. I'm mortified. Oh, you might have caught up or whatever, but oh, you've got these, but yeah, I saw the pink ones. Good old Kmart, right? God, I wish this wasn't water and something stronger. I need something stronger. I'll treat myself after the gym. I've got some Kraken, and I've got some Bigford's ginger beer, and I've got ice. I'll be having one of those when I get home tonight. I'm not going back there, Maddie. I mean, look, let us know. Rather than me having to bring it up again, I'm more than happy for you to write. You're off to bake focaccia. Well, you good thing. I've got to make that caramelized onion bread maybe this weekend. I don't know. I don't know where I would have been, Mel. You know what my Brian is like. Yeah, I know that. She is a vulgarian. That's a great word. Yeah, I get caught out all the time writing in chats, and then I put a smiley face so people know I'm joking, and then it deletes my comment. And there's me in the chat when someone's talking about a crime, and I'm sitting in there in the chat just with a big grin on my face like an idiot. Thanks, YouTube. I'm really good at making myself look like an idiot. I don't need your help. Oh, from a packet, but even so, you get to decorate the bread. Yeah, she replied. She replied to my comment that all Landon wanted was an apology for Gannon, and she said, I'm sorry, but I don't know everything that's going on online, or something to that effect. I don't know about this statement that so many people are... I didn't see Landon's post that everyone is talking about. I'm sorry that I'm not aware of everything online. Yeah, that was her comment to mine, which was, Landon said the only person owed an apology is Gannon, and you couldn't even do that. Disgusting. I didn't see Landon's post that everyone's talking about. I'm sorry that I'm not aware of everything online. And that is where the line is drawn. She is vile. In fact, I called her a cunt several times, and I stand by that. So, guys, you've got... Oh, I need a smoke too. Big time. You guys have got... Because what? This is 3 hours nearly. Have fun cooking, human animal. Yeah, all of our Brians are tired. No. She deleted that. This is under her apology video, Miss Kay. You might have missed it. You need to go back and watch it. There's no way she didn't know. There's no way she didn't know. What a hideous, and then her little friend underneath her, crazy mama of 3578. Not everyone is online 24/7. I mean, my local news hasn't even showed anything about this. Wow. So that's the measure of what matters in the world, is whether it's on crazy mama's local news. Fuck you, crazy mama. Defending Zav. Piss off. You both sound like absolute heartless pricks. But as for you, Zav, wow, snarky much. You're a bitch. And I'm not a fan of bitches. Wait, is crazy mama the girlfriend? Huh? No. I said we've been covering it on my live, Miss K. It's actually called. It's actually named after Zav's apology. I'm not subscribed to her either. I just started to know you guys. You all seem like great people, sleuths smooth criminals. Don't let it get to you. Oh, look, I do need to either punch something or have a stiff drink at some point today. I do. That's just how I get it out of my system, or maybe a beach walk. It's not her response to me that's bugging me. It's her response that she would say something that ridiculous. I think the one thing that you needed to keep an eye on, Zav, after this all hit the fan, was Gannon's family and what they said. In fact, I think that's the only thing you should have been paying attention to. And for you to respond with, I'm not online all the time. Wow. It mattered a lot. It's the only thing. My opinion didn't matter. Everyone else who's been going live on YouTube talking about it, at the end of the day, white noise. Pay attention to what Gannon's parents said. You re-victimized them. You disrespected that baby boy. The one person you should have, or the two people you should have listened to, Landon and Al. And to actually write that on there under your apology where you're being ripped to shreds, I hope everyone has a field day with your response. You deserve it. By the way, Maddie, we love having you here. And I mean, I've got to stop the madness sort of thing that I do on here, which is calling out this sort of stuff. I'll be doing reaction videos and stuff. It's just, I think we don't need to talk about Zav anymore. She's not worth a pinch of shit. It did, but it also proves what a massive bitch she is. And it made me realize that the way she spoke to me when I was begging her to take down the photo of an innocent man during Cleo Smith, and then, I was also pretty vocal during Kylie Rodney. I just realized now from that comment that the way she spoke to me, I was sort of like, she just doesn't seem like the sort of person who'd speak like to me like, oh, Jesus. Go away. Yeah. It does prove it. I mean, yeah, true colours, absolutely. It's actually worse than I thought, though. Crikey. She's always been hideous in the way she's handled cases and stuff. I just didn't appreciate the level of bitch in her. And I hope that Landon and Al don't go anywhere near her lame-ass apology, because if they did and then saw that comment, no. But that is it for sure. No more time with that girl on my channel. You guys, well, I don't mind if she's chatted about and stuff like that, but because we're always going to be talking about the rise and fall of Zav Girl. But in terms of me covering it or anything like that now, So yeah, we were already chatting about this. We were chatting about this earlier during the live, and it's now stuck in my head. And the one way to fix an earworm is to play it and give it a big finale. It is the lyrics version of it, so hopefully I won't get any, you know, I'm out of here. But like we've said from the start, as every day passed. Oh, you're like, hi, Casey. Thank you. That was this one here, the lady, or which one? I'll have to tell you about some of the art in my house one day. But yeah, that lady one. My mum worked in an art gallery and she didn't get paid in money. She got paid in paintings. And that used to hang in her bedroom, even when she died. So, yeah, it's pretty special. But the one back there too, the beach one, that's got a great story behind it. But, yeah, we'll end this with it's too late to apologise because it was too late days ago. And let's all reconvene sometime soon. I still feel like I still feel like I should have covered Natasha Cooper because, trust me, she's also a fucking nightmare. But it's going to be very hard to do it without mentioning that other person. Your apology meant nothing. And even if it was a good one, which simply could have been, "Dear Gannon, I'm sorry," it was still too late. I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Find something to drink and punch soon. We'll all get through this together. And put comments under this video on what you did to wind down after this. Wow, what a day. And now I better get on with mine. I've got like 2 hours of like business time to get some business stuff done. But I love you all very much, and I'll see you all again. And I do love you guys. I will see you all again very soon. Hey, yep, so what? Hello. But yeah, if you do get violent or drink something, put a comment under this just to give me a laugh later on. And until next time, don't get hit by, don't get struck by a smooth criminal or a naive YouTube bullshitter. Bye for now.
I'm holding on your rope, got me 10 feet off the ground. And I'm hearing what you say, but I just can't make a sound. You tell me that you need me, then you go and cut me down. But wait, you tell me that you're sorry, didn't think I'd turn around. You say that it's too late to apologize. It's too late. I said it's too late to apologize. It's too late. Take another chance, take a fall, take a shot. I need you like a heart needs a beat. Yeah, I loved you with the fire red. Now it's turning blue. And you said, sorry like the angel. Heaven let me think was you. But I'm afraid it's too late to apologize. It's too late. I said it's too late to apologize. It's too late. said it's too late to apologize. Yeah, I'm holding on your own, got me 10 feet off the ground.
DJ Globasha.
So she ran to the bedroom, she was struck down, it was her doom. You okay? Anything you okay? Are you okay? Anything you okay? So anything you okay? Are you okay? Anything you okay? So anything you okay? Are you okay? Anything you okay? So anything you okay? Are you okay? Anything you okay? When you dance, that's you okay. That's the sign of the wind. There is nothing I can send already. Take it in your heart to the best place. I'm a confident.
Gannon, I'm sorry. You didn't deserve any of this. Bye, everyone. I really do love you guys. Take care, everyone.